us tonight here as it is district opener for Scott City, and week 5 of high school football finds themselves here against the Hugoton Eagles in a battle of unbeatens. Good evening and welcome to Hugoton, Kansas. Adam Kadavy alongside Tim McGonigal, and studio engineer back at the Mix 94.5 studios is Adriana Childers, also along with our friends on the Beaver Broadcasting Network. We have 2 unbeatens meeting up here tonight at Hugoton. Scott City 3-0 on the year after a convincing 44-7 victory over the Ulysses Tigers for homecoming last Friday night. It was scoreless after the first quarter, but the Beavers started to kind of wear down that Ulysses Tiger team as the game progressed on to get their first 3-0 start since 2019. On the other side, the Hugoton Eagles, they've been playing some pretty good football. They've been explosive on offense, especially this year. They are 4-0 on the year for the third time in the last 4 years. They routed the Colby Eagles last Friday night. It was their district opener. 63-18, they won that game up at Denon Field. This will be meeting number 47 all-time in the series. Scott City does lead the series 35-10-1. They have won the last 13 in this series, including a 50-0 victory a year ago at home in homecoming over the Hugoton Eagles. Well, Tim, fast forward a year later here, and this should be a heck of a matchup here. Both teams unbeaten for the first time in a long time coming into this late in the season, but we should be in for a good one.
I think so too, Adam. They're 4-0, we're 3-0, and neither team probably at this point in the season thinks that they can be beat, and so that's a good thing. That is going to lead to a very good contest out here on this beautiful, it's a warm day. You'd think this is the first game of the season, as warm as it is, the wind being out of the south, and this field lies east and west, so the wind should not be much of a factor, except maybe in the passing game, and maybe trying to catch a punt.
And this is the second game on the road that Scott City will be on an east-west field. Of course, 2 weeks ago at Hoisington was an east-west field, and Goodland will be like that in 2 weeks. But it's the first time in a month that Scott City will be playing on grass.
Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought of that. And the field looks like it's in wonderful shape here.
Yeah, for sure. And even though they've had the warmer temperatures here, they were toward the mid-90s here today, but we should be in for a good one here in Hugoton tonight. Scott City and Hugoton meeting up. District opener for the Beavers. Game 2 of district play for Hugoton. They are in first place by 1 point in the tiebreaker over Holcomb at 21 points. Holcomb at 20. Both are 1-0 and 4-0. But Holcomb will be taking on Colby at home tonight for their homecoming in the other District 8 matchup in 3A. Let's go ahead and step aside. We'll come back in 3 minutes. We'll hear the comments from head coach Jim Turner as Scott City and Hugoton set to do battle here tonight. About 25 and a half minutes away from kickoff here from Hugoton. This is Scott City Beaver football.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateyoumedspa.com.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center,
You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, so why settle for a one-size-fits-all seed? At Circle C Farms, we partner with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company, serving farmers for 5 generations. Order early and save with Beck's commitment rewards and early order discounts. Plus, take advantage of flexible financing options, including 0% financing. Circle C Farms and Beck's, the seed that fits your farm and your future.
Aspect of the game.
Yeah, we got off to a slow start, then it got better. I mean, I was pretty happy with how we played after that. We talked earlier about some of it was just timing on offense and defense. Gave up some big passes here and there and let them move the ball down the field, but other than that, we played pretty well. So
part of that, too, offensively, had a new center in there with Caleb Beaton there, and then, rotating him with Reed Felker, who is over at right tackle, and also just kind of learning a new offense, what Ulyss has run. So that kind of is part of it, but it felt like you guys got more comfortable there as you went on through the night.
Yeah, our timing was off early with some of the snaps, and that's kind of to be expected with a new center. I mean, you don't want it, but that's just part of life. Bob did a good job. Hopefully he's even more improved this week, and, we take a little bit off his snap and get more consistent. And at the same time, Drew's got to get ready back there. I mean, we got a new center, so getting a good athletic stance and be ready to catch the ball. But, hopefully we come out a lot better tonight than what we did last week.
It was also good to see back-to-back great performances there from Peyton Bergner in that halfback position. You could tell he's getting really comfortable. He also caught some pretty deep passes, one there for a touchdown. And also, Caden, of course, really continued to showcase his talents this year, and Drew is able to put a lot of those on the money as well.
Yeah, I think we got some really good backs, halfbacks, tailback, and Drew did run the ball a little nicer, but really threw it well. So, we just got to get our line to be more consistent up front, and we've had some moving parts. That's part of it. But, hopefully we have a really good game tonight and just block well and take care of our responsibilities and our line calls and everything else and do a really nice job tonight and move the ball up and down the field.
Once again, it is Coach Jim Turner here pregame tonight. Scott City taking on the Hugoton Eagles. It's your district opener, but Hugoton's already one game into districts. They're 1-0 in a rout at Colby last Friday night, 63-18. And you take a look at this Hugoton team the last 2 weeks. They have been explosive on offense, putting up 62 and then 63 last week. But what do you see? What has really helped them out this year that's gotten them off to the hot start?
Well, they run a lot of option. They're also jumping and unbalanced and just try to ram it right at you. So, obviously we're going to be very physical up front, and then we're going to have to be very disciplined against the option and take care of our responsibilities. If we can do those two things, keep that discipline going too with the aggression we've been playing with, we'll be all right.
Is there a lot of similarities maybe to what you see with Hugoton than you saw a couple weeks ago with Hoisington?
Yeah, it's similar, but it's not quite the same. A little bit different aspect of the way they run it. But we're going to see some of the same style of plays and same responsibilities we had at Hoisington. So hopefully we're a lot better this week.
Defensively, Hugoton runs a 4-4 look, very similar. Maybe some different concepts out of that, and I think you have to feel like you do have some pretty good advantages in that department.
Yeah, they're going to bring those inside backers a lot. So, they're going to stop you on some plays. But if you get past that first initial line with blitzing linebackers, you're going to go quite a ways. So, we may have to be a little bit patient. They may hit a couple blitzes on us that work for them, and then we may pop some big plays. So, other than that, it is our defense. So, even secondary-wise, it's kind of the same thing we do scheme-wise. So, we ought to be well prepared for that, and we've got some things planned already. So
special teams have been pretty good for you guys. I know you did give up the kick return there to Ulysses last week. Other than that, I think you had to be pretty pleased. You got Pablo with that 25-yard field goal. He hit all of his extra points that he attempted and had quite a few touchbacks. But Cade John, a pretty pleasant surprise in the punting department last week.
Yeah, he had the one bad punter. His average would have been really nice. He had a 54-yarder in there. Yeah, but he's athletic back there. He can go catch the ball if it's high. Pablo could too. But, hopefully, we put the ball in the end zone kicking off. We're going to have a crosswind, but hopefully that won't affect us too much. But that kickoff coverage has been a bit of a challenge.
Once again, it's a big matchup here. Scott City and Hugoton, a battle of unbeatens here in Week 5 of high school football. Coach Jim Turner joining me here pregame. Coach, thank you for the time as always, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Jim Turner. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bring you starters, keys to the game, and the kickoff after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver football.
Ready to travel, but worried
3
about
minutes,
more
please.
coverage?
3 minutes.
With Nextech Wireless, you get the best service wherever you are. We may be Kansas-based, but
You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, so why settle for a one-size-fits-all seed? At Circle C Farms, we partner with Bex, America's largest family-owned seed company, serving farmers for 5 generations. Order early and save with Bex commitment rewards and early order discounts. Plus, take advantage of flexible finance. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in Western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
Welcome back here to Hugoton, Kansas, here for Beaver football tonight. Scott City and Hugoton set to kick off here in about 15 minutes or so, and glad to have you aboard here on the broadcast here tonight. And, it's a warm evening, as I mentioned. It's 89 degrees here, close to kickoff, so we didn't even have that in week 1 28 days ago at Cimarron. We're freezing.
I remember having a coat on, and it was chilly. Yeah, this is like I said earlier, this is the first game of the season weather-wise.
Yes, it definitely does feel like a week 1 game weather-wise, and we should see a pretty good matchup here tonight. Scott City, maybe got a little bit outplayed last week. Maybe took Ulysses a little bit for granted last week in that first quarter. I don't know the combination, but, that happens. When you've kind of beaten them pretty good last few years, and they haven't won but 2 games over the last 25 or 3 years. But Scott City got things going and really never looked back, took that 17-7 lead and poured it on in the second half for their 44-7 victory. But so far, the Scott City offense in 3 games, 38 points, 400 yards of offense, 280 on the ground, and it's been really good balanced attack and kind of the way it should be. We don't have that really big hammer, the home run hitter. We do have a couple, I should say. What I'm trying to say is we don't have anybody that takes a yeoman's load of the carries.
Well, we don't.
It's balanced.
We don't have one, who would I say?
Primary.
Yeah, Nolan Cromwell as our primary runs, passes, we don't have that. We are spreading it out, and that's a good thing because when we play teams, there isn't just one guy they're focused on. They have to focus on 3 or 4 or 5 guys.
Absolutely, and so, it's been good. Peyton Bergner's really finding his groove. He had it a little bit in the Hoisington game a couple of weeks ago and really cased his talents last week, 100 rushing yards, 92 receiving yards. Caden Catchman, he's just continued to do Caden things throughout the year with 75 rushing yards, 100 receiving yards, and even Matthew Wheeler, 18 carries and a touchdown, 80 yards rushing, and Drew Metzger really put the ball on the money a lot last week.
Yes, he did. I like how you put that. Caden is doing Caden-type things. I like that. And then Wheeler, quick feet. Man, that kid, he's a natural running that football. And Bergner last week, that was just crazy.
Yes.
What he had going on and the speed he showed and the moves and following his blockers. And I'm looking for more of all of that tonight.
Oh, for sure. And, line had a little bit of an adjustment last week because of an injury for Reed Felker. He can still play. He's a second-team All-League center a year ago, but he's at right tackle or left tackle, and then Caleb Beaton is the center. He struggled a little bit at first, and it was just kind of that relationship, the center-quarterback exchange. They got things clicking a lot better in the second half, and it's just the timing Scott City had a little bit to adjust to.
Oh, I agree, Adam. Boy, at the end of the first quarter last week, I thought they're going to move Eisenhower over to center, but they didn't. They just stuck with Beaton, and he calmed down, or what? You know how it is.
Yep.
You get in there for the first time at varsity in a major position, and you're like, you're a little apprehensive about it, and he was. I look for a way better game out of him tonight.
For sure. And defensively, I thought Scott City did a pretty good job. Yeah, they gave up some big plays, but they didn't give up a defensive touchdown. Really saw explosiveness of Kay John at that defensive tackle spots. And, he's kind of a mismatch for some linemen that are bigger, maybe a little bit slower. And he really exposed a little bit of that line for Ulysses last week. And I thought Matthew Wheeler, Blaze Gossman did a great job. The linebackers really held their own as well.
Well, on the defense, I don't know how many times Ulysses was inside our red zone, which is at the 20-yard line. They were there. But we bent but didn't break. That was important, I think. We still have yet to be scored on, our defense.
That's correct. Yeah, both the times that the opponent has scored officially. I mean, you can't really count the stats for Hugoton since it's not, or Hoisington since it's a no contest, but no defensive touchdowns, all on kick returns. But Scott City's defense, it's been pretty solid. They're going to be tested with the ground game tonight. But Hugoton has done a good job of throwing the ball through the air. 135 yards Scott City's given up through 3 games, 46 on the ground, and only 4 points contest. On the other side, Hugoton's going to have a little bit of an adjustment. They're going to have one of their main players out tonight, unable to participate, so that'll adjust how they rotate their backfield. Well, we think at that tailback spot to be Hunter Garza. They'll move over to a wingback or halfback, Eli Camacho. But Miguel Hernandez, they run that option, does Hugoton out of that, they call it their flex bone, but he's pretty quick, and he's a 3-year starter. He started a couple years ago against Scott City due to an injury to their Shrine Bowl candidate, Isaac Martin, who was out for a few games. But this is a kid that's a senior that has a little bit of a burst of speed.
Miguel Hernandez, that quarterback, he was impressive when I have seen him play before. And I think we're going to see impressive things from him tonight. And with that one kid not being able to play, I think there's even more pressure put on Hernandez. But, man, they every time we play Hugoton, Adam, they have great athletes.
Yep.
And this is their year. In my opinion, to beat Scott City It's this year if they're going to get it done. That's what I feel like coming down here. Now, I don't want them to, but I just think that's what I'm thinking.
And they have averaged 50.5 points in 4 games. They've shut out Southwestern Heights. They beat Ulysses 28-6. They routed Lakin here 2 weeks ago for their home opener and homecoming 62-7. And then last week up at Colby, really had no problem with the Eagles of Colby 63-18. And so they've got 3 seniors on their line as well. Defensively, they'll run a 4-4. Going back to the offense a little bit, they'll run a little bit of unbalance. They'll bring in an extra lineman at the right side of the formation usually, and they like to go counter backside with that. But defensively, Hugoton will run a 4-4 defense. They've given up an average of 8 points a game, but they love to blitz the heck out of their inside linebackers.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that a year ago. And that can give you some real trouble. Your center has to pick the old lineman rules. He's the first guy. He picks a guy. Everybody else then goes from there. So there's another added additional chore for Beaton to do besides just snap the football.
Yeah, for sure. But they have some pretty good linebackers. Autry Sullivan, senior. Miguel Hernandez is at free safety. We'll get back with starters, keys of the game, and the kickoff after this 2-minute break. This is Beaver Football.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in Western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
Next-Tech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed, bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
For all of God's creatures.
America is at work, from farms to construction sites to factories. Millions of people operate tractors and heavy equipment every day to help keep America strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit weci.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life. Your Touchstone Energy.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Rushing score, and Peyton Bergner and Caden Catchman, the senior halfbacks. The tailback is the junior Matthew Wheeler with 4 rushing touchdowns. At tight end is the junior Mickey Gossman, who recorded a reception last week against Ulysses. Aiden Tarango, the sophomore wideout. The center is Caleb Beaton for his second straight game. The guards, Emilio Contreras and Easton Eisenhower, all league performers. And the left and right tackles, Blaze Gossman and Reed Felker. For the Hugoton defense, we have a little questions here, but we'll try to get that as best as we can. Who's going to be starting for the one that's going to be unavailable tonight? It's going to be Talon Grubbs and Junior Martinez, the defensive tackles. That's a sophomore and junior. Von Grubbs and Abdil Cabezas as a defensive end. They're a pair of seniors. The outside backers, Jorge Aguilera and Hunter Burrows, a junior and a senior. Autry Sullivan is one of the linebackers. We believe Cooper Nix is going to be the other interior linebacker. Free safety is Miguel Hernandez, a senior, and Hunter Garza and Adrian Adigan, a sophomore. They are the corners for the Hugoton Eagles. Those are your starting lineups once again presented by Security State Bank as we move on forward to our keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout.
Well, the keys to the game tonight, there were no wasps in the press box. That's one victory. Turnovers. I've been thinking about turnovers. Scott City is -1 on the season turnovers. And so I keep thinking this game might be, both teams are undefeated. This could be one of them games that it's going to be a turnover decides the whole game. The other key that I see is Scott City needs to jump on Hugoton early, hopefully, and then Hugoton will maybe think, oh, here we go again, Scott City wins again, that kind of a thing. I don't know. I am really curious, Adam, about this whole game. It's just got me really excited.
Once again, your keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Here is it's a warm evening here at Hugoton, 89 degrees, south winds gusting to 33 to 35 miles per hour. The winds may not subside, so it's going to be a crosswind, so really nobody with an advantage there tonight. And so it's going to stay hot. The sun should be setting here in about 25 or so minutes here. But other games in the District 8 tonight. Colby and Holcomb, that's the other one. Holcomb 1-0 in District, Colby 0-1. And the Goodland Cowboys are out of district play tonight. They will be just up the road about 25 or so miles at Ulysses at Maxwell Field against the Tigers. That should be a pretty good ball game between those two teams.
I think so, too. Pretty evenly matched, it sounds like, when you look at scores.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pause real quickly for station identification. This is Scott City Beaver football.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Scott City is going to look into the sun in the first quarter.
As your local community
foundation.
foundation.
To defer. We're going to see the Scott City offense first as the teams shake hands at midfield. Other game in the league tonight, it's, of course, Cimarron in 2A. They're 1-0 in districts, and they feel like they've got a good chance to be at least a second-place team in that district. They've got the Larned Indians at Cimarron tonight.
Cimarron, that was the new coach over there, and we were the first game they got to play. So they were trying a lot of things in that game. And I'll bet they're a better football team today than the day they played us.
Oh, for sure. Scott City will be at home next Friday night. That'll be the Holcomb Longhorns coming to town at Darner Field. As the Beavers tonight's wearing those road white uniforms. I just love how the Columbia blue helmets reflect off the sun. As always, like in a day game. It's almost a night game, so it's still day. But they've got those white jerseys, light blue helmets, light blue pants, and the light blue numbers. Hugoton wearing the blue uniforms. They've got white trim around red numbers. Hopefully it's not a factor to see the number. They got red helmets with the Eagle decal and the blue pants with the white and blue, red stripe on the side as the ball falls off the tee for the kicker. Alan Ornelas, the senior, deep to return will be Peyton Bergner and Caden Cashman. They have to look into the sun. That could be a factor here for a few minutes here in this first half. The cannon's already fired off once before he came on the air. It is a loud one. Here's an in-over kick. It's angled to the right, and it's going to be returned by Catchman at the 20-yard line up the middle, 25, and he just gets tripped up across the 30 to near the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Scott City offense to get things started.
Yeah, I wondered about that. It was about like catching a pop fly with the sun out there in your face. He did a good job of catching it and then just went straight up the middle of the football field.
And right in the middle of the field, 35-yard line for Scott City is where they're going to start here with the junior quarterback. Drew Metzger last week threw for 234 yards on 16 of 22 passing and 2 scores. It'll be Alex Tarango split to the left. And their pistol wing tee from their own 35. Hugoton brings up 8 into the box. It'll be a sweep play left side for Couchman. Gets the corner across the 40, and it's spun forward for about an 8-yard gain to the 43-yard line, brought down by Jorge Aguilera. The outside backer, almost a 9-yard gain, second and short coming up.
Well, you know, you said in pregame that they like to blitz. It looked to me like all 4 linebackers blitzed. Well, then we do this toss sweep. We go around the corner. There's no linebacker out there to hit him.
Second and a yard, 44-yard line of Scott City for the Beavers. This will be a miscommunication, but it's going to be Metzger taking it up the middle for a first down. He was brought down that time by Abdil Cabezas, but it's a first down to the 46.
Nice play. This is the way to start.
It looked like it was supposed to go to Wheeler, but there was a little miscommunication in the backfield after the snap.
I was focused on the defense. I wanted to see what they were doing.
46-yard line. Left hash mark for the Beavers. Bergner in motion, gets the carry over to the right side. Hugoton does a good job of stringing the play out, but not before a 4-yard gain to midfield, as once again on that tackle is Jorge Aguilera. 2nd and 6, just shy of midfield.
Bergner did a good job of going to the north there, taking the ball then and cutting behind a blocker that was being blocked outside, pushed outside, and he cut inside to get that 4 yards.
Cooper Irvin split to the left, ball on the right hash mark midfield, 2nd and 6, 10.5 to go first quarter. It'll be a scoop toss left to Couchman. Hugoton has it contained well, but Couchman drives forward for 3, got half the yards needed for the first down, and brought down once again Jorge Aguilera. He's been busy already. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about a long 3.
That's okay. I think even if my thought, even if we don't get it, we're probably in 4-down territory.
Scott City this year on 3rd down, 36%. They have 3 yards to go for first down. It's carry right side Wheeler, and he gets hit. He'll be just about a yard gain to the 46, and it'll set up a 4th and about 2.5. An early decision time for Scott City at the 9:55 mark of the scoreless first quarter.
On that play, we pulled a guard and put him right into the middle of the hole that Wheeler was going to run into, but Hugoton did a good job of stuffing it, even though we gained a yard. But, boy, this is a big play right here. The choices are pin Hugoton deep with a punt or go for it on 4th down, keep the drive alive.
Scott City's offense 50% on 4th downs this year. 9.5 to go first quarter. They have 10 to snap it from the Hugoton 47. It's going to keep her left side for Couchman, and he's going to be brought down at midfield for a big loss. That time it was Miguel Hernandez on a free safety. Actually, that was Hunter Burrows, and so Hugoton stops Scott City. The ball will be at the Beaver 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, you have choices to make in football games. I think Ulysses blitzed all 8 of their front 8 and just filled every hole and tried to get upfield and get into the backfield, and, boy, they did. We lost 5 yards roughly on that play.
Hugoton will have the ball at the Scott City 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Scoreless game, 9:27 to work first quarter as they go into their flex. Boner, the receiver, split to the left. That is a sophomore, Adrian Adigan, tied in over the right side. Play fake, back to pass on first down. They're going to go for the home run ball for Adigan. He'll be underthrown and incomplete as that time coverage applied by Adrian Garcia. It was underthrown as gotten hit as he threw the ball was Hernandez, 2nd down and 10.
Well, there the wind affected the ball. I thought when he first let go of that ball, Adigan was open by a yard, and I thought, boy, he's going to get that to him. But the wind caught that ball at the last moment, so he kind of had to do a 360 to catch it behind him. And he got hit just as he touched the football, Adigan did, by R. Garcia, I think, who you said.
Yep. Scott City 49, 2nd and 10 for Hugoton. Their second play of the ball game, no score. The flex bone set. A couple tight ends in that. Now handoff goes up the middle and bursting through there. A nice run of 6 to the 43-yard line goes Hunter Garza as the tackle is made by Blaze Gossman, and it sets up a 3rd and 4.
Nice run right up through the middle. You would have thought that's how they would have started the game, but I can understand wanting to throw the deep ball. Maybe they could score on first play of the offensive series for them. I get it. Boy, they're coming with their stuff for us.
Scott City this year, 32% on third down defense, 3rd and 4. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Eagles at the Scott City 43. To be an option play left side, Hernandez will keep it. Turns upfield. He's got the first down, 35-30. And he almost breaks through a touchdown-saving tackle by Cooper Irvin all the way to the Scott City 25-yard line. He gains 18 yards on that run, make it the 26 for 17.
That was just the option going to the left. I'm not sure they faked it to the fullback. Could have been a speed option. But anyway, when he got down there, he just took it straight up. He could have pitched it to the deep back running behind him, but he took it upfield. Hernandez, he's a good ball. He's a big kid.
26-yard line of Scott City for Hugoton left hash mark at the 8:15 mark of a scoreless first quarter. 4th play of the drive. They'll send a man in motion. He's going to be their blocking back up the middle. Now bouncing it out and breaking through a tackle. Here goes runner, first down, 15-10, and it's 1st and goal inside the 10 for Hunter Garza, brought down by Peyton Bergner, but Hugoton with a nice 20-yard gain, and it's 1st and goal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be us a good ball game, Adam. I'm excited. Now, we've bent. Let's not break. Where they got the ball? 5, 6?
6-yard line of Hugoton or Scott City.
Yeah. Now's the time for the Scott City Beaver defense.
8-minute mark of the first quarter. Hugoton at the Scott City 6 right hash mark as they have the sun behind them here in the first 12 minutes. Man in motion goes to the left. They'll run a quarterback keeper for Hernandez. Scott City defends it pretty nicely. It's just a 2-yard gain to the 4-yard line as they made a pile. That underneath there was Cade John, the senior, 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, nothing fancy there. You know, they're snapping the ball, and it's in a shotgun type situation, so they're snapping it 4 or 5 yards back. And then he just went to the left of center, and Scott City did a good job of shutting down that hole.
It can be a challenging offense to defend as well when it's executed like this is. This is their 5th year, Hugoton, running this offense, kind of like Scott City, their 4th year running their offense. They'll split out 2 receivers to the left. 2nd and goal for Hugoton. Ball at the Scott City 4-yard line. It'll be an option keeper left. No pitch there. Scott City, they had Hernandez contained, but he finds a crease, turns it upfield, and scores. Touchdown, Hugoton, with 7:16 to go. First quarter, the Eagles lead it 6-0.
That was an option to the left with Hernandez, the quarterback. Had a Hugoton get injured, and he wants to have the guys help him get off. He's going to hop off. Yeah, they're going to help him. But, yeah, that was he's a big kid, too. They don't give us heights or weights on the schedule, the roster that we have, so we don't know how big. But my guess is Hernandez is probably 6'1", 210. He's a big, thick kid.
It's Ornelas to kick the extra point out of the hold of Hernandez. Placement down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. 7-0 Hugoton. 7:16 remaining in period 1. Here from Hugoton will come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. This is Scott City football. Hugoton takes advantage of short field after Scott City was unable to convert a 4th down. They go 49 yards, 6 plays, 2:11 off the clock, and a 4-yard run by Miguel Hernandez, and the Alan Ornelas kick made it 7-0 for Hugoton. Football presented here tonight by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beavertown, FFL, Beef Belt, Burning Farm, Shells, Flowers, and more, Circle C Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, and Decal Bayer and Elevate You, as well as Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz. Here's the kick for Ornelas. It's going to be returned. Well, let's see. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and a good decision that time by Catchman. So Scott City will be set up with similar field position that they started the ball game, trailing for the first time this year at 7-0.
Really?
Yep. The nice thing is it's early in the ball game.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think we're going to recover. We're at the 35.
I believe so. Yeah, it should be 25 yards from where they kick off. So it should be at the 35. They're marking this.
I think did they? The way he.
Oh, maybe Scott City may decided to re-kick this.
Well, the white hat, and he went like this. That's delay a game. So maybe the kid kicked it later than they. You're on a time.
That could have been, yeah.
And so they're backing him up.
Well, if it would have been a delay game, they would have stopped it right away, though. Which is unusual. So, or maybe he kicked it before they were even ready, too. That could have been it.
Oh, that's true. You have to. The whistle has to blow. And maybe he didn't do that.
And I think that's what the white hat was explaining to Couchman there. Bobby Fossum, the lead official here tonight, as Ornelas will now have to kick it off one more time here. He'll angle this one lower. It's going to be taken by, Bergner. Oh, he made a mistake. He slid and caught it at the 14-yard line. And so that Scott City loses 21 yards.
Yeah, once your foot or your knee
and
hits the ground,
and the clock operators decided to let the clock continue to run.
Sure
it's run for about 10 seconds now. I don't know if anybody realizes it. It's still running. Stop the clock, folks. Must have a sticky button, but it's run off over 30 seconds. 1st and 10, Beavers at their own 14. They'll go up the middle to Wheeler this time, and he'll get good yardage on first down. He'll fight to the 20 for 6 yards on first down. 2nd down coming up. We have an official timeout here.
Yeah, because
we do have a flag.
Oh.
Right at the 20. Face mask on Hugoton. That might be enough for a Scott City first down. It's just a 5-yard variety.
Clock's running again.
Yeah, they still haven't stopped it. Okay, I thought the official looked back at the clock, but
he did when he was doing his thing to the sideline. They had the clock stopped, and they've started it up.
The clock should still be stopped. They've run off 45 seconds of this first quarter.
See, he just said start the clock.
Well, now it should start. Now they've stopped it for a split second, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Beavers at their own 25 after the 5-yard face mask.
Thank goodness it's not fourth quarter, Adam.
No kidding. Handoff up the middle on first down. Wheeler goes to the right side. He'll gain about 5 on first down. Brought down by the arm. That time, I believe that was Aguilera on the tackle. 2nd down and about 4 is 2nd and 6. So a lot of time ran off that was unnecessary. 29-yard line right hash mark. 7-0 Hugoton, 5.5 to go first quarter. Receiver split left. Pistol wing T set up. Metzger in shotgun formation to take the snap. Back to pass for the first time. Steps up down the seam, and it's going to be picked off. Oh, jarred away by Couchman at midfield, or just past midfield. Otherwise, that was going to be an interception that time by Jair Saldana, a senior.
Wow, that was quite a hit by Couchman. Because, like, Adam, that was like playing center field. He just jumped up, caught the ball before his feet even hit the ground. Couchman had just blasted him. The ball went one way, and he went the other. The kid who caught the interception.
With the defensive adjustments, they moved in Miguel Hernandez to an outside backer from his free safety spot and moved Jair Saldana up in the free safety spot. Scott City 3rd and 6 at their own 30. We have a timeout on the field here. And I think the clock right now at 5:20 to go first quarter. They're going to re-spot the ball.
Yeah, I don't think they had it where the the down marker was.
All right, now they can go back. And now the clock is running after an incompletion. My goodness. Back to pass. Metzger has time, fires it out to Cashman, and he's going to be hit right away at the 30-yard line. Gain of 1 and to bring up 4th down coming up. But Hugoton has really come out fired to play in this first quarter.
We're going to have a fast first quarter.
Faster than it probably should be. That's Scott City 0 of 2 on 3rd downs tonight, and they will be forced to punt. It's going to be K. John, who really bombed some good ones away. He's 39 yards on 3 punts by average last week. Hugoton should get decent field position. They have Adrian Adigan deep to return. Here's a wide snap, and it goes out of K. John, and he's going to have to run for it, and he's going to be tackled all the way back inside the 15.
Well, they stopped the clock.
Well, of course, because Scott City's going to be on defense.
Oh, my.
All the way at the 11-yard line.
You know, my first thought was K-State Army. just things, the bounces are not going our way at the moment.
Wow. Hugoton has not snapped the ball yet in Scott City territory. It's 4:33 to go first quarter. They have a 7-0 lead and have it 1st and 10 at the Scott City 11. They run 2 players off the field. That should be illegal participation, and there's the flag.
He's going to call it. You can't do that.
Yeah, they had 13 in the huddle instead of 11, and too many men in the huddle. Legal participation. Hugoton's 3rd penalty of the first quarter, but they have not hurt Scott City at all, or have not hurt the Eagles, I should say, so far. All right, they haven't started the clock yet here. 4:33 to go first quarter. 7-0 Hugoton, 1st and 15. Scott City 16-yard line. Man in motion, 2 tight end set. This will be handoff right side, now working his way up the middle and gaining about 3 yards to the 13 on first down. Goes the tailback. I believe that was, let me get that right here, but second down coming up, that was number 22, Grant Good, a sophomore, I believe. 2nd and 7. Scott City needs a couple more stops like that. 2nd and about 12 from the 13.
Yes, we do.
They'll run 2 receivers out to the left. Flex bone set. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. It's going to be a quarterback sweep left side. Scott City blows it up in the backfield. K. John in there along with Brody Holstein for a loss. Back to the 17-yard. Make that the 18-yard line. A 5-yard loss sets up a 3rd and 17.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what I like to say, when we blitz like that, I like to say Scott City's dictating the terms of how the play is going to be run. I love that. Don't sit back and wait on him. Let's go get him.
Absolutely. Hugoton's converted their lone 3rd down attempt of the game. It's 3rd down and 17 from the 18-yard line. Send a man in motion. That's Camacho, and rolling to his left is Hernandez. Now steps up in the pocket, throws it right side, underthrown, and it's incomplete. At the 2-yard line, they try to go to Adigan. Cooper Irvin with coverage. Also in there was Brody Holstein, who may have gotten a fingertip on it, but it's going to bring up 4th and 17 for the Eagles, and they may try a field goal here. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you're right, Adam. I think the ball was tipped by one of our linebackers there, and then so made the ball be underthrown, and still Adigan almost caught it, but he had a defender right there with him.
This is for Ornelas, a 35-yard field goal right in the middle of the field. High snap placed down. The kick is on the way, and it's going to be pushed wide left. Assist wind, no good, and the Beaver defense holds strong with 2:59 to go first quarter to keep this a 7-0 Eagle lead.
Oh, that was a momentum swing over to the Beavers. We were in deep doo-doo. Would they start that at the 15?
11-yard line, well, then 16 with the penalty.
Yeah. So that ended up wonderful for the Beavers. We pushed them backward on every play, which allowed then it's a longer field goal, and then they missed it.
20-yard line for the Beavers, 1st and 10, down 7 under 3 to go first quarter. Man in motion, counter play, now turned upfield. Here's Cashman, 30, 35, still stumbling to the 37-yard line, and a nice quick hitter for 17. And Scott City looked pretty good on that play. Adrian Adigan with the tackle. So Scott City with a little life now, late first quarter.
Counter means misdirection. Okay, we start the play like we're going to go to the north, to the right of the offensive team. Instead, we pull a couple of guards or whatever's pulling, and we hand it going back the other direction.
37-yard line, middle of the field. 2.5 to go first quarter. Shotgun set up, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Couchman is in motion. This will be a quarterback designed carry for Metzger across the 40. He'll gain about 5 on first down to the 42-yard line. Abdel Cabazas with the stop. It'll bring up 2nd and medium.
And what do you do when you have a defense who is anticipating things and coming very strongly towards where they think the point of attack is going to be? You run misdirection or counters, or just like that with Drew Metzger taking the ball himself right up through the middle of the line.
2nd and 5, 42-yard line, man in motion. This will be a Bergner carry right side. Cuts it up 45 and is pulled down right there by the ankle that time. Jorge Aguilar, we've called his name a lot already. Boy, they're going to say he did not get past the 43. Wow, tough spot. That's where his knee, I guess, went down. Sets up a 3rd down, only a yard gain.
Well, we need something big right here. We need some momentum. We need the ball on the offensive side for a while.
7-0 Hugoton, 90 seconds to go first quarter. 3 receivers set to left, 1 to the right, 3rd and about 4. Metzger back to pass, has time, throws it out wide left. Cooper Irvin makes the catch, has a first down, right past the sticks and drags a couple of Eagles to the 48-yard line. They say the ball came out last second.
Now,
no official word yet. Hugoton thinks they have the football at the 48-yard line, but I think the longer they talk this over, we'll see.
And we have the Scott City kids are standing where.
Oh, they're going to give it to the Eagles.
Oh, well, we couldn't see because the team it's right at the 49-yard line. We're right there, but the kids, our team is in the way where, we couldn't tell if the ball was out before the knee was down or not. We just don't know.
That's true.
And the other thing is, I am shocked that this guy right here didn't say immediately, it's Hugoton ball. He had to ask the guy, the back guy, what did you see?
Well, that's interesting, yeah, because he didn't throw his bag, and now Hugoton will have the drive at the Scott City 49-yard line. They have still not snapped it in their own territory in this first quarter. They lead 7-0. Oh, may have been a miscommunication, but that's going to help Hugoton out. Hernandez will gain about 7 yards to the 42 and pays the price for it. Irvin and Eisenhower with the stop, setting up a 2nd down and 4, a gain of 6 on first down.
So we have had, is that our first turnover? Or?
Of the night, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thought, coming into the game, I did not think, but my other things in football games are always turnovers, penalties, and special teams can get you into trouble in football games. You better have those things right.
2nd and 4 for Hugoton, 43 of Scott City, 40 seconds in a 7-0 Hugoton lead. First quarter, a man in motion for the Eagles. They'll run it up the middle. And this is a first down run across the 35 to near the 31-yard line. Goes the fullback, and that is once again good on the carry for a first down.
Man.
Correction, that is Cooper Nix. I said that wrong the first time around.
Gosh, Cooper Nix. I remember a quarterback down here back when I was in high school, and his name was Charlie Nix. Good player. That was a good run. Hey, that's going to end the quarter.
Well.
Unless they snap it.
Yep. Play clock and game clock are pretty much synonymous. It looks like they may have to snap this. 10 seconds to go. Man in motion. 2 tight end setup. High snap it. Here's Nix again. He gets blasted for about a gain of 2 right at the 30. Blaze Gossman in there. Emilio Contreras on what's the final play of the first quarter. It's been a tough one for Scott City. Down 7-0, but Hugoton driving. They'll have 2nd and about 8 when we come back in a minute. This is Beaver football.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Eagles with it, 2nd and 8, 30-yard line of Scott City. They have not snapped the ball in their own territory yet in this game. They lead at 7-0. It'll be an option play. Keeping himself is Hernandez, and he'll pay the price. His 4 white shirts right there to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Sets up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, really. He had 7 or 8 Beavers on him, tackling him. Still gained 2 yards. It was an option to the left. He faked the pitch and then took it and cut upfield.
It'll be 3rd and 8 for Hugoton. They lead 7-0 as they go to the west end zone. The sun is set here at Hugoton. Early second quarter, the Eagles 1 of 2 on 3rd downs in this ball game.
Well, let's make them 1 out of 3.
That'd be all right. They shuffle in 4 new personnel here for this play. They have 10 to snap it as they walk to the line with 2 receivers, 1 to both sides. Shotgun set up as a man in motion. Play fake. Hernandez has time. Steps up, throws it left side. Pass is going to be too high. Intended receiver that time was Jair Saldana at about the 15-yard line. Adrian Garcia on the coverage, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 8 at the Scott City 30-yard line.
Well, what's his name? Saldana?
Saldana, yeah.
Saldana. He is probably 5'5", and he needed to be 6'5" to catch that one.
Scott City, can they get one more stop here? Hugoton's last drive, they got it down to the 18 after they started at the 11, missed a field goal. This is the 5th play of this drive. 7-0 Hugoton, 11:05 to go second quarter. We're going to have a timeout on the field taken by the Eagles. Let's take a 30-second break as well. First minute of the second quarter.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Weddings, 4-H events, poker run. So call Plain Jans for all your screen print needs.
Football tonight is brought to you by Fairleigh Companies, First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, also Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia, Pain Management Services, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Furniture and Appliance, High Choice Feeders, Emi Farms, HRC Feed Yards, and J&R Car and Truck Center. Hugoton burning a timeout to discuss what they want to do at the Scott City 30-yard line on a 4th and 8. The Beaver defense this year, 11%, 1 of 9 on 4th downs, but a big one here, trying to end this Hugoton drive that started at the 49 of Scott City. A man in motion. Hernandez, pump fakes, is going to be sacked. Kevin Wiebe gets in there on a linebacker blitz back to the 39-yard line, and it's a turnover on downs forced by the Scott City defense.
Gosh, hurt our player.
Celebration, yeah.
Kevin Wiebe. Okay, John knocked him down. They were celebrating. Well, there you go. You know, we were discussing whether they should punt that, pin us deep, and play field position. Well, they went for it and lost yardage. What a good deal. Momentum on Scott City's side again.
Scott City's best field position of the night at their own 39-yard line, down 7 early second quarter. It's going to be a handoff to Wheeler. Bursts through there, hits a wall, 40-45, and he's going to have a first down as he spun forward right at the midfield stripe for a gain of 11. And on the tackle that time for Hugoton was Solin Hager, a senior, 1st and 10 Beavers.
I just feel like one of our guys, Wheeler, Bergner, Metzger, one of those guys is going to, Couchman, is going to break through and go 50 yards with a football.
Wiebe lined up as a slot receiver to the right. 1st and 10, ball on the 50-yard line toward the right hash mark. Now Wiebe goes in motion from right to left, a receiver left. It'll be a quarterback design carry for Metzger, and he maybe gets a couple of inches. They'll say no gain right at midfield as Hugoton had that snuffed out from the word go. Talon Grubbs, the sophomore D-tackle, with a stop.
That was just student body sweep to the left. Quarterback carries the football. And Hugoton just stuffed us right at the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd down and 10, ball right on the midfield stripe. Move a little bit further past the middle of the field as Wiebe exits. Entering, or receiver right is going to be Aiden Tarango. Tight end Gossman left side. They have 13 to snap it. Play fake as Metzger rolls his right on 2nd down. Is now under duress. Will just throw it right side and it's wide of the intended receiver Tarango at about the 45-yard line. Breathing down on the backside that time was Hunter Burrows. The outside, correction, that was Bon Grubbs, the senior DN. 3rd down and 10.
Ball is placed right at the 50-yard line, just off the eagle that they've have painted here in the football field. And I thought Metzger did the right thing by throwing that football out of bounds.
He's 2 of his first 4 for 7 yards. Scott City 1 of 3 on 3rd downs, trailing 7-0, 9:53 to go first half. It'll be Cooper Irvin splits to the left, Caden Couchman split to wide right. Slot receivers, Bergner left, Wheeler to the left of Metzger. Now it's going to be Bergner in motion from left to right. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, fires it right side for the big target. Gossman, first down 40, and is upended at the 37-yard line for a baker's dozen. Tackle that time made by Jair Saldana on a 12-yard pitch and catch, and it's a Scott City 1st and 10.
Gossman was wide open, tight end, down 7-8 yards, out pattern. Ball was delivered perfectly. He made sure he got across that first down marker, and then he got had a little guy tackle him, hit him hard down low. That's okay. Big kid. He stretched out over that yard mark.
38-yard line of Hugoton, 1st and 10 for Scott City. Handoff left side to Couchman. Breaks through a couple tackles. Still on his feet. 35, and he'll be brought down up around the upper. Oh, no, still going. He wasn't brought down. He's going to have a first down to the 25-yard line. A high tackle for Hugoton that time. They thought they had him down. Couchman says, my knees haven't touched yet. It's first down to the 25 on a 13-yard run.
Well, that kid hit him up high and had him wrapped around his helmet, essentially. And then when that kid took him down, Couchman's helmet might have touched the ground, but then he just stood up and took off running.
And we have a timeout on the field here. It's going to be taken by Hugoton. That's their second timeout of this quarter and of the half with 9:07 to go. 7-0 Hugoton. Scott City driving. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Wait, 620-872-5811.
Back here at Hugoton here with 9:07 to go first half. Scott City trailing 7-0, but has a nice drive going. They have it at the Hugoton 25, 1st and 10. Want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center for providing transportation here to Hugoton. You can view their new and pre-owned inventory on their lot at J&R Car and Truck Center in Scott City or online jrcarandtruck.com. Kind of an offset eye with the wing to the left. 1st and 10. Handoff. Couchman bursts through there inside the 20-yard line. Still going. 15, 10. Oh, he just almost broke another tackle. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle by Von Grubbs on a 20-yard run.
I just said in the timeout, that Couchman kid, he don't give up. He just keeps trying to get away. And he did on that one again. You would have thought he was tackled after about 7-8 yards. Nope. He took off. He's down to the 5.
Beavers into the Wheatland Electric red zone just outside the 5-yard line, trailing by 7 with 8:40 to go first half. Oh, this is a Couchman carry, but Hugoton brought the cavalry there, and that's a big loss back to the 10 of 5 yards. And Talon Grubbs leading the charge that time, so goal to go for the Beavers at the 10.
Boy, they brought him, didn't they?
They sure did.
Yeah, that Oh, I can just dream of things in my head thinking, do this play, do that. That ain't my job. My job's just to describe what's going on here.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. Couchman after that carry, 7 carries, 54 yards in this half. 7-0 Hugoton, goal to go for the Beavers at the Eagle 10. Couchman goes in motion, play fake. Time, they'll throw it out to the flat. Pass is caught by Bergner, and this is going backwards. He had to reach for that one and loses 3 yards back to the 13-yard line, and that was just kind of one of those, that was a tough pass. It was a wide throw, and 3rd down and goal now from the 13. Scott City's lost 8 yards on their last 2 plays.
That was a safe pass out into the flat, but it was behind Bergner, so he had to go backward to get it. And by the time he got it, he had 2 Hugoton Eagles ready to greet him right there.
And ends up being a 4-yard loss to the 14, 3rd and goal with 7:25 to go first half. Hugoton leading 7-0. Back to pass is Metzger on 3rd and goal from the 14. Steps in the pocket. Looks his right, finds Bergner. Oh, he dropped it at the 2-yard line. He was thinking about turning and going, and it's going to bring up 4th down and a decision time for Scott City if they want to kick the field goal, or, they may have to just go for it right here.
Well, that was one of those things where, you have to keep your eye on the ball until you catch the ball. And then when you catch the ball, then you tuck the ball, and then you run with the ball. But that happens to receivers. They just take their eye off the ball, and they hit them right in the 2 hands, and then you drop it.
Scott City's going to go for it. This is their 10th play of the drive. They're 0 of 2 on 4th downs at the Hugoton 14, down 7. 7:16 to go first half. A man in motion and a bad snap, but retrieved by Metzger, and he is rolling to his right out of the pocket. Needs to throw it, and he throws it back to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. It was like a Hail Mary throwing balls. He got drilled as he threw it, and it's going to bring up a turnover on downs, and Scott City probably more than anything else, shoots themselves in the foot as they get into the red zone, and the Eagles will take over at their own 14.
I think Couchman actually touched that football in the end zone. Just didn't come down with it. Like you said, Scott City's their own worst enemy here in this ball game. We have created turnovers and mistakes, but you know what? We can come out of it.
Eagles snapping the ball in their own territory for the first time tonight at their own 14-yard line with a 7-0 lead. 7:05 to go, second quarter, right hash mark. 3 receivers set. They'll toss it over right side on first down, and then the Turf Monster will get the running back that time, Cooper Nix. It'll be maybe a loss on the play, 2nd and long.
Well, you know, we've been making a lot of mistakes. Maybe it's time for Hugoton to make a mistake deep in their own territory, turn the ball over to Scott City. You know, this momentum today has just swung from one side of the field to the other. And at the moment, the momentum is in Hugoton's favor for stopping Scott City from scoring. But with that start to that offensive series, it makes me think Mo is going to be on Scott City defense. 2nd and 11, 13-yard line for Hugoton in their own territory. As rolling to his left is Hernandez under duress, has to step up and throws it late, and it's going to oversail everybody at midfield by about 10 yards. That time it was K. John harassing Hernandez in the backfield, setting up a 3rd and 11. Yeah, that was kind of like, I'm going to just throw this ball as far as I can just to get rid of it because this play is going nowhere. K. John, he's the one who set that whole thing up because, like you said, he's right in the backfield chasing Hernandez all over.
Hugoton 1 of 3 on 3rd downs, leading at 7-0 near the midway mark of this second quarter. It's at the 13-yard line, right hash mark.
These guys have a hard time setting the ball properly.
They'll have 17 to snap it. They'll run a receiver bunch to the left side of the formation. They'll send a man in motion over left. Play fake for Hernandez. Steps up, swings it out left. The pass is juggled and dropped. At the 12-yard line, there was a convoy of Beavers, a second wave coming in. That intended receiver was, I believe, Eli Camacho, and that is a 3-and-out for the Hugoton Eagles for the first time tonight.
All right. Scott City bobbled a snap on a punt. Let's see what happens with Hugoton. Is this their first snap of the night?
This is their first punt of the night.
Yeah. Punts, yeah. Is that Hernandez back there punting?
Nope, that is actually going to be Isaiah Bittens, a freshman. He kicks this one away, a high, short kick.
Oh, no.
Scott City should get away from this. It's taken by Bergner at midfield, and then he slips on the turf. And then they'll say he was down at the 49-yard line of Hugoton. We do have a flag in the backfield. Is they going to be roughing the kicker or running into the kicker?
One of them.
Well, let's see. If it's a 5-yard penalty,
it won't be a 1st and 10.
Here we go. We get the call toward the Hugoton side.
He's asking him, what do you want to do, Coach?
If it's a 5-yard penalty, so I think they're going to just take it at the end of the run here. He wouldn't be asking the coach likely if it was a roughing the kicker, a personal foul.
I agree with that.
That's actually Scott City's first penalty of the night. So Scott City will get the ball, but it'll be in a good field position at their own 46-yard line. They're going to actually decline the penalty because it was just a running into the kicker. So they'll actually get it at the Hugoton 49. The 6:03 mark of the second quarter, Hugoton scored on their opening drive on a 4-yard Miguel Hernandez run. The Alan Ornelas kick made it 7-0. That's all the scoring.
Well, Scott City received a break on that one.
Yes. And this is the first time they'll be snapping it, starting a series on the plus side of the 50. The Hugoton 49.
White Hat's coming over here to explain probably to the coach what the deal is.
Yep, giving him a good explanation. Coach Turner accepts the decision from the official.
How about that? An official talking to the sideline.
Yeah, that's a good thing to see.
I think so too. We were discussing that on the way down.
Yes, we were. 49-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City, trailing 7 midway second quarter. Gosman will be split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol set up for the junior quarterback with 13 to snap it. Metzger to take the snap, hands it off to Wheeler, breaks through across the 45, stumbles forward to about the 43 of Hugoton for 6 on first down. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 as Jair Saldana took the brunt of that one. Correction, that was Hernandez.
Nothing fancy. Maybe we could just do that.
I think Scott City's starting to get a little edge on the ground here.
I think so too.
2nd and 5, 44-yard line of Hugoton, middle of the field. Metzger sends a man in motion. He'll keep it himself. Breaks through there, maybe gets 2 to the 42. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 coming up as the tackle was made by Talon Grubbs. But just a 2-yard run, a 3rd and 3, and only just a gain of 1, I beg your pardon.
Well, we got, 5:10 to go here, and the clock is moving in the first half. We're in the second quarter.
Yep, Scott City 2 of 5 on 3rd downs. A wing to left and an offset eye with the receiver left, tight end right side. Hugoton's Pat's 8 in the box. Been option pitch left side. This is to Wheeler. Turns it up, has a first down. Oh, a flag is going to come out. My goodness. Tough break that time as he took it to the 33, but there's laundry at the 39 of Hugoton.
That's going to be a block in the back.
Oh, boy.
And you know, Adam, all he could have done, because I was watching. I think he just touched him in the back.
Well, also what I thought on that too as well, because that was right in our plain sight there, Tim.
Yes.
It looked like the defender kind of turned his back as the receiver out there for Scott City was blocking. That is a legal block, but the official did not catch the first part of the engaged block.
I agree with that totally. I think that's exactly what happened. The defender turned around to chase the guy. Our guy kept his hands touching him, and the official called block in the back. I thought that was a poor call.
So it's going to be Scott City's ball back at their own 47-yard line, 4:52 to go, clock stop first half, 7-0 Hugoton, 3rd down and 14. Back to pass as Metzger steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked at the 40-yard line. Boy, Scott City has been their own worst enemy this entire first half. Sack made by Talon Grubbs, who's had a meeting in the backfield all first half, and Scott City, who had promising field position, will have to punt it.
All right, we get another opportunity to snap the ball deep, catch it, and punt it.
Well, that was a 7-yard loss. Okay, John, high snap, but he reels this one and kicks this one away, and a sputtering kick angled right. And this is going to take a bounce right at the 38-yard line. So just about a 22-yard punt there with 4:06 to go in the first half. And Hugoton with the ball leading at 7-0.
Well, boy howdy, right now with 4 minutes roughly to go here in the first half. You want Scott City's defense to step it up, stop the Eagles. Do not allow them to score and take momentum into the halftime.
Keep in mind, Hugoton does get the ball to begin the third quarter as well. So they need to get a defensive stop here late second quarter. Hugoton has just one timeout left as they tighten things up. Two tight ends set up. Miguel Hernandez will keep it himself, goes right side and gets hit forward. Fumbles the football late, it looked like.
I thought I saw the football come loose also.
But they'll rule it down at the 41-yard line for a gain of 2. Did not see them throw one of those markers, 2nd down and 8.
I should have had my glasses on that one.
I saw something fly. It looked like the football, but he might have been ruled down as well.
Well, he got stuck really hard there. Man, they are taking their time here, aren't they?
This is time of possession style football here in this first half. 2nd and 8, Hugoton 41-yard line. They lead it 7-0, under 3.5 to go first half. Nope, they pre-snap. Scott City wanted to flag on that one. It's going to be an option keeper for Hernandez. Oh, he breaks through 1, he breaks through 2. Another flag comes out. This is going to be a face mask probably and a first down for Hugoton. So he takes it to the 48 for 7 more. Scott City on the sideline wanted an illegal shift because 2 men were moving. They're not going to get that call. It's going to be a face mask, I believe, on Scott City here. We'll see the official call as they're going over to the Hugoton sideline. It'll be a first down if that's the case. And it is going to be, as the chain gang is already moving the sticks, the ball has already been set at the 47-yard line of Scott City. It's a 5-yard face mask. And that'll give Hugoton an automatic first down. Not an automatic, but it was enough yardage for a first down.
Well, too bad the clock didn't run while the whole time they were.
Of course. home field advantage.
Yeah, like it did in the first quarter.
Well, that's a good in-game adjustment by the clock operator.
Now he starts the clock.
At 1st and 10, 47-yard line of Scott City for Hugoton. The Eagles lead at 7-0, 3 minutes to go first half. 2 tight ends set up. Their flex bone set. They'll send a man in motion. He's a blocking back, Talon Grubbs. It'll be a carry bursting through there and almost breaking it was Cooper Nix. He'll take it to the 39 of Scott City for an 8-yard gain. And now the momentum all of a sudden all the way back to Hugoton's side.
Well, we still have time. What we really need is a turnover. Some kind of a turnover to stop this.
2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line of Scott City for Hugoton. They're blocking back, moves in motion, handoff goes right side, and bursting through there across the 40, get to about the 38-yard line, goes Cooper Nix on 2nd down. It'll set up about a 3rd and a yard and a half with 2:14 to go before intermission.
You know, the way they're moving those kind of wing-backy halfbacks right behind the line of scrimmage, that reminds me of Andover doing that stuff a couple years ago.
Andale.
Was it Andale?
Yeah.
Oh, Andale, that's right. We were talking Andover earlier.
Yeah.
But Andale, they did that. They would put guys right at the point of attack behind the line of scrimmage to be an extra blocker.
3rd and 2 here for Hugoton. They'll send a man in motion. High snap. This will be up the middle, and it's going to be a first down run. Still moving, spinning inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. This time it's Jair Saldana, the ball carrier, for about 6 and an Eagle first down.
That's okay. They've already started the clock.
1:36 to go first half. Hugoton has 1 timeout. Scott City has all 3, but the most important thing, the Beavers need to keep this a one-score game.
I agree.
This has been a frustrating first half for the Beavers. They've been their own worst enemy. They've had 1 turnover, a couple of turnover on downs, and a fumble. First down, it's a handoff right side, and a good job filling the hole that time was Kevin Wiebe. Or correction, that was Wiebe, I believe. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. I believe that was Nix on that carry. 2nd down and 10. 35 seconds. Clock running in this first half. 8th play of the drive for the Eagles, leading at 7-0. Watch for a pass play on this one as they send a man in motion. Hernandez, play fake. Now has to step on the pocket. Rolls to his left. A flag comes out. This is going to be coming back. Hernandez will take it across, and he'll take it to about the 25-yard line with 38 seconds to go first half. There's a lot of bulbs out on the scoreboard. It's hard to see the exact time, but there's no question this is going to be a holding on Hugoton.
Absolutely. Back clear at the 40-yard line was where the held happened. And with Hernandez running around out there like he did, that just used up clock, so that was a good thing for Scott City.
It'll back them up a long ways here. It'll be, I believe, from the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 20 with 38 seconds to go before halftime. 7-0 Hugoton leads this one. This will be marked back at the 43-yard line.
I think we're breaking in which is wonderful. I think we're breaking in a new official here.
Yep.
That's placing the ball. And I think it's great because, we need more officials. And we're going to live with some of their mistakes that they make, and that's okay.
Feels like a home run ball time here for Hugoton with 1 timeout and under 30 seconds to go. Back to pass as Hernandez looks left, now under duress as he rolls to his left. And he's going to be sacked. He fumbles the football, but Hugoton still loses. Scott City's got the ball. Scott City's got the ball at the 43-yard line as Hernandez got drilled that time by John with 13 seconds to go before halftime. And there's the Beaver forced turnover.
Yeah, we needed that. Now there's only 13 seconds left. Will the clock operator start the clock?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, and then it'll be down to 0. And the clock should not start until the ball is snapped on a turnover.
So the Beavers will have it at their own 43-yard line, down 7-0. They'll split 3 out to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun setup here for Metzger. Back to passes. Drew has time. Steps up. Now he's going to be sacked. He'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be how the first half will come to an end.
They're just going to let it go.
Yep. Scott City's going to trail for the first time at halftime this year, 7-0. All the scoring in the first quarter. We'll see what the Beavers can do in the locker room, but the Beavers trailing 7-0 to Hugoton at halftime. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. Come back with some first-half stats and more. This is Scott City Football.
BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Scooters Coffee, The Cottages at Garden City.
And can work on all makes and models. They say thank you for your business, and if you haven't worked with Turner Sheet Metal, why not give them a chance? Get a free consultation today at 872-2954. Turner Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they do whatever it takes.
We all know the weather in Western Kansas changes daily, and that's why your Ream specialist, Faro Heating and Cooling, is there for prompt quality service. Faro Heating and Cooling services all brands for tube heaters, gas fireplaces, gas piping, and sheet metal. They service for both residential and commercial units. For repairs or estimates, call 620-872-3508 or visit them at 910 West 5th Street in Scott City. Faro Heating and Cooling proudly supports the Scott City Beavers.
It's time to stress less with more money in your pocket. United makes it easy for you to stay connected with family and friends and save while you're doing it with 3 months free. For a limited time, get 3 months free of mobile wireless or wireless internet service with United. Get high-speed connectivity, unlimited talk, text, and data, and more money in your pocket. When you choose United, you're supporting a member-owned cooperative, proudly connecting Southwest Kansas with coverage you can trust. Visit getunited.com/radio or stop by a United store to get your 3 months free today. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
For many years, the Rural Opportunity Zone has helped many young adults return home. There are many benefits for young adults to participate in the Rural Opportunity Zone. Scott County Development Committee matches up to $15,000 in tuition reimbursement for graduates with an associate's degree or higher. The best part? You must move to Scott County. Find out how you can move home and start your career in Scott County with the Rural Opportunity Zone by contacting Nicole at Scott County Development Committee or go online at kansascommerce.gov.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain attractive places to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, give us a call at 620-872-3790 or visit our website at scottcf.org. We are Scott Community Foundation, securing our community's future.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
Halftime here at Hugoton, a little bit of a surprise maybe. 7-0 your score for the Hugoton Eagles over the Scott City Beavers here, but it's been one of those that's been a defensive battle. It feels like it's been field position has really been one-sided, and in favor of Hugoton. Scott City's had one really good drive that they shot themselves in the foot in the first half and had it down to the 5 and had the opportunity to score there, but 2 negative plays really just flipped that drive around, and Scott City's had the turnovers. They've had the untimely penalties, and give credit to Hugoton. They scored on their opening drive. The Beavers have kind of figured things out a little bit with Hugoton, but just a lot of self-inflicted stuff for Scott City.
In Hugoton, we had a snap come back to our punter that he dropped in on the ground, and then they started at, our 11 or whatever, and then we had a penalty, and, they should have scored there. We stopped them. So we've got some good things going on here, but this game could have been easily. Hugoton could have had a touchdown or 2 more and a field goal, and Scott City could have had a field goal or a touchdown, and none of those things happened. And but boy, Hugoton looked good on their first drive. Took that ball, just went right down there and slowly, and used a lot of clock and scored. And that has been the only scoring that happened.
That's right. Scott City had the ball first. They turned it over on downs right around midfield. Then the Eagles took over at the Beaver 49-yard line. The first 3 possessions for Hugoton, they did not snap the ball in their own territory. That's how lopsided the field position has been all half. Hugoton would go 49 yards on 6 plays and 2:11, 7:16 to go first quarter. It was Miguel Hernandez 4-yard run. The Alan Ornelas PAT made it 7-0. That's the only scoring in this ball game. Hugoton would take advantage of a high snap and Scott City being tackled at the Hugoton 11, but then a penalty, and Scott City's defense was able to stiffen up, and Hugoton would miss a 35-yard field goal. The wind aided wide left that time in the first quarter, but the Beavers have been really playing deep in their own territory the whole half. Scott City had an opportunity there in the second quarter, about a 4-minute drive. They took it from their own 37 to the Hugoton 5, and then lost 9 yards on 2 plays and were unable to get to the end zone. And it's been back and forth since then. Hugoton had a little bit of a drive right before halftime. Scott City forced a fumble, and that's kind of where we're at right now. 7-0. Whole lot of little scoring to talk about.
Well, there were a lot of opportunities, a number of opportunities for each team, but neither team could come up with any kind of it's just like Hugoton's last drive there. Here they're moving the ball, just slowly, but they're doing all rushes. And then they get here and they fumble the football, and Scott City, kills the drive. That's been the story of the first half pretty much. Each team killing each other's drive. It's way more of a defensive ball game than I thought it would be.
For sure there, but these two teams have had some really good defenses all year long as well. Scott City's given up an average of 4.3 points. Hugoton are a little bit different at 7.8, but it's a juggernaut. 7-0 defensive battle here in the first half for Hugoton. We'll take another 3-minute break. We'll continue with their halftime show that's once again presented by Precision Ag and Seed. Back in 3 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver football.
You spent a lifetime making special.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
The Max Yield system from Axis Seed Red Barn is your customized solution. By utilizing field-specific data, we help you eliminate stress and increase yield through seed, fertility, biological, and crop protection decisions. Our approach is focused on your farm and your future, because as a locally owned business, our focus is on you.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Through Saturday, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
We return here to Hugoton, Kansas, Hugoton High School. Adam Kadavy, Tim McGonigal, and studio engineer once again back at the Mix 94.5 studios in Adriana Childers. 7-0 Hugoton lead here at the half. As we take a look at the yardage, it's been a defensive struggle for both teams. The Beavers ended up with 83 yards unofficially in that first half. Drew Metzger, 4 of 8, passing for 15 yards unofficially. Actually, that's 18, 19, 15 yards. Mickey Gossman as the leading receiver, 1 for 12. There was 4 different receivers there. But offensively, Caden Catchman, 7 carries, 54 yards. Matthew Wheeler had a 26-yard run. Remember the punt, high snap, and the ball tackled at the 11-yard line. That was a 19-yard loss. That's figured into the total offense for Scott City. Beavers were 0 of 3 on 4th down. They were 2 of 6 on 3rd down. 6 first and 10s. 3 penalties in the first half for 20 yards for the Beavers. For Hugoton, they ended up with 76 yards of offense in that first half. 24 yards on 10 carries for Miguel Hernandez. They actually, how about 79 yards unofficially? 24 and 10 carries for Miguel Hernandez. Saldana had 6 yards. Hunter Garza, 2 for 26, and it was Cooper Nix with 23 yards on 7 carries. Miguel Hernandez is 0 of 5 passing in the first half. That was a lot due to the defensive pressure by Scott City, forcing him to throw that ball earlier than he'd like to. They did have 6 first and 10s. They were 2 of 5 on 3rd downs, did not attempt a 4th down. They had 4 penalties for 25 yards in the first half. So both sides, they had their opportunities. Hugoton took advantage of one on their opening drive, but it's been really kind of a defensive battle in this first half.
Yes, it has, Adam. Like the outgoing 3 minutes ago, I said that both teams I didn't expect this to be a defensive battle. I thought both teams would be scoring, getting up and down, because both teams have had a lot of points on the offense in the other games that they've had this year. So I just thought, man, there was going to be some explosion. And maybe that's about to come here in the second half. Maybe both teams are just going to run up and down the field. Guys are going to get loose and go 40, 50, 60 yards on runs, because there's guys on both sides who could break one and run like that. So, I would like to see a little more offense out of Scott City. And what I mean by that is let's get in the end zone.
Yes. 7-0 here for Hugoton. Let's take about a 1-minute break. We'll come back with the rest of your first half and come back with the second half. This is Beaver football.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
All right, we're back here as we will take a look at some other first half stats here, or scores, I should say, around the state. This first half went so fast, everybody's just late arriving to halftime, I guess.
Well, that's because the clock was running half the time when it shouldn't have been.
They ran 2 minutes off this clock earlier, but that's in the rearview mirror now. Scores across the league in the first half. Holcomb beating Colby 26-8. The Longhorns and the Beavers will battle next Friday night at Darner Field in a big Week 6 matchup. Ulysses is surprising Goodland at Maxwell Field up the road, and Ulysses 20-6 for the Tigers over the Goodland Cowboys. Ulysses with 20 second quarter points. We haven't seen an update with Cimarron and Larned. Last check, it was 6-0 Cimarron at the first quarter. Riverton over Galena 7-0. Also a 3A score of interest. Santa Fe Trail 7, Wellsville 6. And then also we had I saw Marysville score. They were trailing Abilene 21-0 at the break. So that's what we have right now for some 3A scores. Here it's 7-0 for Hugoton. They will get the ball to begin the third 12 minutes of play. Now, Scott, this is going to be a critical beginning of this third quarter really for Scott City here. If they can get a defensive stop, get the ball, see what they can do here.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to look up the wind and see what it's still blowing pretty good.
It's about 30-mile-an-hour wind gust still.
That would be my thought too, but we'll find out what it says. Closest I can probably get is liberal.
But that's all right.
It'll be the same.
Hugoton will step out of district play. They go to Cimarron next week. The Eagles 4-0 for the third time in 4 years. As it will be Scott City kicking off to begin the third quarter. It's Kay John doing the duties tonight as kicker for Scott City. Deep to return for Hugoton. Let's get that light shut off.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting
I got Adrian Adigan as well as Jorge Aguilera. They're deep to return the kick. Thank you. All right, we're set for this third quarter. It's tough to see with the glare off the windows and lights on inside here. So here we go. Third quarter about to begin. See, the Beavers can flip the script here in the second half and escape. Okay, John, a low winding kick. It's going to be taken by Saldana at about the 5. Goes right, 10, 15, 20. Look out, 25, 30. And he's across to the 32-yard line. They'll mark him down right there. And Scott City defense that time, it was Adrian Garcia on the tackle. So Eagles will have it at their own 32-yard line with a 7-0 lead here early third quarter. Oh, here we go.
Didn't have my headset on. I was just standing here watching the game.
All right.
I'll put my headset on. Get back to work.
All right, that'll work. 1st and 10. Right hash mark for the Eagles as they move from east to west in period number 3. They'll line up with 2 tight ends. And their flex bone set. Sends a man in motion from right to left. Hernandez will turn and give it off left side. Turning it up 35. Running over right at the 35-yard line. A 4-yard run that time for Cooper Nix. And Garcia right there to slow him down. 2nd down and 6.
Nice hit. Hugoton running back, he was doing the hitting too.
Yeah.
But we got him on the ground.
4-yard gain there. That keeps Hugoton ahead of schedule. 2nd down and 6. 35-yard line. 7-0 Eagle lead. First seconds of the second half. Ball right in the middle of the field. They'll send a receiver out to the right. Tight end over the left side. Shotgun set up, a man in motion from left to right. It'll be a keeper by Hernandez, and he'll be tripped up right about the 36, setting up a 3rd down and 9. And Blaze Gossman with the tackle right there.
This is good. Now we need one more of these stops behind the yard to gain, and we can make them punt. That's exactly how Coach drew it up in the locker room.
Hugoton tonight is 2 of 5 on 3rd downs. This is 3rd and medium, but 10:40 to go, third quarter with a 7-0 lead. Ball on the right hash mark, 36-yard line of Hugoton for the Eagles. They have 7 to snap it. Back to pass, Hernandez rolls to his left on 3rd down. Now steps up, looking under duress, and down he goes at the 25-yard line. 25-yard line, a big sack on the play that time. Blaze Gossman in there on the tackle. K. John in the vicinity, and a huge loss of about 11 yards for the quarterback, and it's a 3-and-out for the Scott City defense.
You know, we had 4 guys back there chasing him around, all of our linemen, 2 DNs, 2 D tackles. But nobody was out of control, Adam. They were under control as they were chasing him. They did not want to get him loose. They wanted to keep him going backwards. That's exactly what happened.
Hugoton second penalty of the night, and it's partially blocked, I believe. Scott City's going to benefit from good field position, but the ball rolls for Hugoton to the 49-yard line. It'll be a 24-yard punt. Couchman about got that blocked. You know, his uncle was a good special teams player for Kansas State in the day, so Couchman trying to emulate that.
Good point. Okay, we've got great field position in my mind to start this second half. What are we doing?
We do have a flag on the play. It's a it's a false start against Hugoton. I think Scott City just going to decline it and take the play.
Okay.
We'll see here. No, they are going to decline it. Take the ball at the 49 of Hugoton. This is the 4th time tonight that the ball will be snapped on the 49-yard line of the opposing team. 2 for Scott City, 2 for Hugoton. There's your out-of-whack stat of the night.
Yeah, that is an out-of-whack stat. It's great field position, but neither team really has although did they start at the 49 when they scored there?
Yes.
That one time? Yeah. So one time out of 4 did anybody score any points out of it?
Well, this is the 4th one here. Can this be the equalizer for the Beavers? 49 of Hugoton, 1st and 10, left hash mark at the 9:44 mark of the 3rd quarter. Almost a false start. Metzger will swing it out to the right. Couchman will make the catch, turns it upfield. 45, and it slips as he was getting ready to absorb a hit. We have a late flag on the play. As might have been in some extracurriculars, this might be on Scott City after Couchman of the 5-yard reception.
My guess is it's personal foul, isn't it?
Let's just make it offsetting here.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, let's see where the official takes the ball here.
See what he calls.
Dead ball, personal foul, Scott City. Oh, of course.
Well, you know, after the play was over, Bergner reached out. The kid that I think that's where it was. He reached out, and the Hugoton kid and him high-fived each other. It was like, it's okay. Didn't mean to do it, and Hugoton kid accepted the fact. So, you know, that was the good thing about it. So it wasn't really anything that was intentional to try and hurt somebody.
Unfortunately, that counts. It's 2nd and 20 at their own 41-yard line. 7-0 Hugoton early 3rd quarter. 4 receivers set 2 by 2. Metzger takes the shotgun snap, back to pass, steps up, throws it out to the left. Pass is caught by Wheeler. Has the convoy left sideline, 50, 45-yard line. He's near a first down to the 41-yard line on an 18-yard pass play. His 2 receptions of the year have gone for 18 yards apiece, but all of a sudden it's a 3rd and manageable.
Well, he was just standing out there in the flat kind of waiting, and Metzger was kind of under duress, and he just flips it over there to him. And Metzger did a good job getting it to him and recognizing the fact that he's standing over there all by himself. And Wheeler did a good job just running straight up the field.
3rd and a couple. 2 of 6 for the Beavers on 3rd downs. Handoff right side to Wheeler. Not a lot of room. He'll get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. As that time it was once again the outside backer Jorge Aguilera stops Wheeler. No gain right at the 41, and decision time for Scott City. 4th and 2 coming up.
Guys are starting to get up a little slower.
This has been a physical game.
It really has been.
7-0 Hugoton, 8:10 to go, 3rd quarter. The Beavers are the 4th and 2 at the Hugoton 41 on their opening drive of this second half. Scott City, though, tonight 0 of 3 on 3rd downs.
Time to break that streak.
Hugoton will stack up 8 guys right in the box. So bobble snap, but it's to Couchman, and he's going to be stuffed a yard shy of the first down at the 40-yard line. Oh, man, a tough break and a turnover on downs for the Beavers. They are now 0 of 4 on 4th down tonight.
The ball was snapped high. It was up at shoulder high, and Metzger, I don't think he really caught it, but Couchman grabbed it, it looked like, in the air and pulled it down and went straight ahead, and we didn't get the 1st and 10. And I don't think it had anything to do with the snap. it just Hugoton just stuffed us at the line of scrimmage.
And now the Eagles have it at their own 40-yard line with a 7-0 lead. 7:54 to go, period 3. Scott City had 2 downs to get 2 yards. They only got 1 on 2 plays. Hugoton stacks it, 2 tight ends, their flex bone package. Miguel Hernandez, a quarterback keeper left side. Squirts through there, gets 5 on first down, still moving. Scott City trying to strip the ball, but he stood up at the 45, 2nd and 5.
Well, Hernandez is a big kid. Like we said, he's 6'1", 200 pounds would be my guess. And he's a load to bring down when they decide to run him. And he essentially went off tackle just like you would send a fullback.
7-0 Hugoton, 7:20 to go, third quarter. The Eagles with it at their own 45, middle of the field. This is their second possession of this half. 2 tight ends set up in their flex bone. They'll send their blocking back in motion from left to right. They'll go right side on second down, making it through there and getting a first down into Scott City territory at the 49-yard line is Cooper Nix. They're using a big Talon Grubbs, a sophomore, using him as a blocking back, and it's just across midfield for a first down.
Yeah, and they have that wing back over there, and then they take the other wing back and put him in motion, and he goes over and stops behind the tackle. So now they've got 3 or 4 guys right at the point of attack, and it's been a tough one. They get the 1st and 10, but they don't get 7 or 8 yards.
49-yard line of Scott City for Hugoton, 1st and 10. 2 tight end. They'll move Grubbs again in motion over the right side. Hand it off right side. Same play. 45-40. Uh-oh, look out. 35-30. Here's Nix. 25-20. Inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line on a 33-yard run. He cut it against the grain that time as Caden Couchman makes a stop on a gain of 33.
Well, that's the old adage, Adam. Do the same play until the other team stops it. And that's been a good play for him tonight. And that one they finally broke long.
Nix just doubled his yardage on 1 run. He has 66 yards on 10 carries, a third trip to the red zone tonight for Hugoton. 6:13 to go. This clock moving quickly. Third quarter, Hugoton with a 7-0 lead in a position to make this a potential 2-score game. Handoff on first down. This is Nix, and he will struggle to get maybe 2 yards to the 14-yard line. Scott City defends that one much better as host of Beavers underneath that pile. Gosman and among the others, 2nd and 8.
That was the same play. They've run 3 plays in a row. Put their left halfback in motion, have him stop behind the tackle over there. Now they've got those 4 blockers, and but that time Scott City stuffed it. They still got positive yards, but not much.
They're going to go unbalanced. They bring in the extra tackle here on 2nd and 9 at the 15 of Scott City at the 5:28 mark of the third quarter. That unbalanced line to the right. You get in with a 7-0 lead, and that's a very heavy package. Fumbled snap, and it's still loose at near the 20-yard line. Scott City ends up with it at the 20, or Hugoton, ends up with it at the 20-yard line. So a big break for the Beavers, sets up a 3rd and 14 at the 19.
That was a good snap. Hernandez just didn't catch it. And then when he dropped it, and when he went down to get it, one of his players kicked the ball, and it goes to the right and back, and Holstein almost came up with that football.
And mark this back at the 19.
We talk about us being our worst enemy. They've been there. They're kind of their worst enemy also tonight.
3rd down and 13. Hugoton 2 of 6 on 3rd downs, leading at 7-0 at the 19 of Scott City. Back to passes. Hernandez has time now, rolls to his left, trying to direct traffic, steps up, throws in the middle field. Oh, it's almost intercepted. Oh, the lineman Emilio Contreras almost got himself a pick that time. It's going to bring up 4th down, but Hugoton is going to send the field goal unit to try to make this a 10-0 game.
Yeah, that ball was essentially thrown right at Contreras and hit him good. He just didn't. It was thrown hard, and it hit his chest, and he didn't get it trapped in time, bounced away from him.
This is going to be in the middle of the field, a 37-yard field goal for the Hugoton Eagles senior, Alan Ornelas. He missed a 35-yarder in the first quarter. We need that gust to win. A high snap placed down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. 37-yard field goal, 10-0 Hugoton, 4:23 to go third quarter. Hugoton to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Deckmart Furniture and Appliance in Scott City continues adding new items. Not only have they added new
Scoring drive, 7 plays, 41 yards. They take off 3:27 and a 37-yard field goal. 37-yard field goal by Alan Ornelas makes this a 10-0 Hugoton lead. Football presented here tonight by J&R Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Mixer Family Farms, also Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Northern Supply, New Life Market, Pioneer Communications, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jans, and Platinum H Insurance. The Eagles to kick off from the 40-yard line. Ornelas to return for the Beavers. Here's the end over end kick. It's going to be played. This will be by Bergner at his own 5-yard line. Up the middle, 10, 15, 20. 25 to the 25 and driven back. So that's where Scott City now needs to go to work. Down 10-0 with 4:14 remaining in the third period.
Well, we got to focus on positive things here. I was going to say something a minute ago. I'm not going to say that.
Just need 2 possessions here. Scott City needs 2 possessions to score here, and they can win it.
Yeah, and we're still in the third quarter.
This has been a very fast-moving ball game.
Because there's been a lot of running.
Yep, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Beavers at their own 25, down 10-0. Metzger to take the shotgun snap, rolls to his right on first down, looks downfield, sets up, finds Couchman, makes the catch. Oh, he dropped it at the 30-yard line, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, they went to the wide side of the field, so they had a lot of room to play with. Let's put it that way. And but you got to catch a football when it's thrown to you.
Hugoton has not beaten Scott City in 20 years.
That's what I was going to say earlier, but I decided not to.
2nd and 10, 25-yard line in their own territory for the Beavers. They'll hand it off right side. Turn up field is Bergner. He'll get about 4 to the 29-yard line as we go under 4 minutes to go, third quarter, setting up a 3rd and 6.
Boy, last week, everything in the second half went just the way we thought it would, and so did the team. But tonight, Hugoton is just playing good football. But we got to break through this right now. Get us a 1st and 10.
Scott City 2 of 7 on third down. 3rd and 5, 29-yard line. Metzger to take the shotgun snap. Rolls to his right, has time. Looking. Now step it up. Throws in the middle. Caught first down, 35-yard line. The catch made right there by Couchman right at the 35. It is a 1st and 10. He got 6 and needed 5.
That's good. He went beyond the sticks to get that 1st and 10. Metzger had rolled to the right, then he stepped back inside the defensive end that was trying to get him and threw a nice ball.
So a big 3rd down conversion for the Beavers on 1st down. Here's a nice run across the 35 to about the 37-yard line on 1st down.
I'm telling you, you just string together a couple of positive things and more positive things start to happen.
As for Couchman, he had 7-yard run. 2nd down and 3. Under 3 to go, third quarter, 10-0 Hugoton. See the Beavers can string together a touchdown drive. Metzger pistol wing tee. Play fake as he rolls right. Now steps up, fires it wide open. Gossman with the catch. 1st down into Hugoton territory, the 44-yard line. On a nice pitch and catch that time of actually 45-yard line of 17.
What a catch by Gossman. The ball was thrown a little behind him and down at his knees. And he's a big guy, and he caught that ball.
6-play drive. Scott City maybe running some tempo here. Wheeler up the middle, 40-yard line is where he's going to be brought down for a nice 5-yard gain on 1st down. Brings up a 2nd down, and they'll make this actually 38-yard line, 2nd and about 6. Or 4.
Look what happens when you get a first and 10, and you finally break through the barrier. Here we go.
2nd and about 4, 38-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. 10-0 Hugoton. Metzger sends a man in motion. This will be a counter up the middle to Catchman. He's going to lose a yard back to the 35. He's still going. They blew the play dead. That was pretty quick there, but that was the right call. 3rd down and 5. Oh, they'll say 2-yard loss to the 36, 3rd and 6.
Well, we ran that with great perfection in the first half. This time I think Hugoton realized what was going on, stayed at home. You know, it's a misdirection, counter play, and that time they stayed at home and got in the backfield.
3rd and 6, 36-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City. The Beavers, 3 of 8 on 3rd downs, down 10 minutes, 20 to go, 3rd quarter. This is 4-down territory. Metzger rolls to his right on 3rd down. Steps up, still looking, still surveying, finds it underneath, and a low throw for Cooper Irvin, and it's 4th and 6 coming up.
Boy, at this point of the game, 1:15 to go, 3rd quarter. How many more times will Scott City get the football? That's what coach is thinking. That's why they're probably going to go for it.
Scott City has struggled on 4th down tonight. 0 of 4 on 3rd down here. And 0 of 4, on 4th down. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 4th and 6. Hugoton 36 for Scott City. Minute 15 here in the 3rd down, 10-0. Metzger back to pass on 4th down. Steps up the pocket, fires it wide. Caught, 1st down, 28-yard line. 33-yard line. It was off 5 yards. It went to the 41 to the 33, and a gain of 8 for Bergner, his second reception of the night.
Well, let's start with this. It was a good snap. It was good blocking by the offensive line. They only rushed 4 guys, the 4 down line. They didn't rush any linebackers. We had time to throw the ball. Great catch on the other end.
10th play of this drive, 33-yard line, Scott City 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Wheeler. Hits the first wall, but gets maybe 2 out of it to the 31-yard line. We might have one more play left in this 3rd quarter. This will be the 11th play of this drive for Scott City.
11 plays. That's why we got to score.
Yes. 32-yard line of Hugoton, 2nd down and 9. 25 seconds left in this period. 10-0 Hugoton, a man in motion. Back to passes. Metzger on 2nd down. Now is under duress as a flag will come out. He'll throw it late. Pass is going to be caught, but this is coming back.
Holding.
Yep. Right in front of the white hat, Bobby Fossum. And it's going to be 2nd and 19 for the Beavers. Oh, holding on defense. Oh, the switcheroo right there.
Wow. Maybe they were holding on to one of our
receivers.
I
think it was.
Yes. Like Wheeler trying to go out in the flat, and they grabbed and held him.
That's a 10-yard penalty and a 1st and 10 for Scott City with 14 seconds to go, 3rd quarter.
Look at the old man.
Coach Witt is out there.
Coach Witt is in his 70s, I think, and he uses a cane, and he is a slow-moving dude. He's a good coach.
And Scott City now at the 22.
He's out still about the numbers. He hadn't got to the sideline yet.
They're working on that. 14 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, and the clock will wind. Scott City will have one more play left in this period, maybe. Man in motion, play fake. Metzger on 1st and 10. Steps up, and he is going to be sacked back at the 28-yard line. On the final play of the 3rd quarter, it'll be 2nd and long when play resumes. A 10-0 lead for Hugoton as we head to the 4th quarter. Back in a minute. This is Beaver football.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
We want to thank Z Bottling once again, keeping us hydrated in the booth all season long. They're going to have their 1-year anniversary and an open house coming up in the middle of October. Thank you, Z Bottling, for providing water to us and keeping us hydrated. See them for commercial and residential needs. Scott City. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, that water's good. I just took a shot.
It is. I have to take another shot here. I'm drenched.
I know. It's
hot. 1 yard line of make that 26-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City. The Beavers trail 10-0 as we are entering the fourth quarter. Scott City has been their own worst enemy all night here. They need to put together a sustained drive. They've got to get probably a touchdown here. They have 2 possessions left in this ball game. Bergner will be in motion from left to right from the Eagle 26. Metzger has all kinds of time. Throws it left side in the back of the end zone. Pass is going to be caught! Touchdown, Scott City! 9 yards deep in the end zone. Aiden Tarango hauls it in, and it's 10-6. 9 seconds into the fourth quarter.
I love to call him Little Tarango because he's little brother to his big brother. What a catch. I mean, he is at the back of the end zone. He goes up in the air, caught it with both hands and pulled it in, and he had defense on him.
That was
great throw.
4-minute, 23-second drive. This is an all-important extra point. K. John, this is his first ever attempt at the PAT. Triangle will hold it. Waiting for the snap. Good snap, placed down, kick. It's on the way, and it is true. It's 10-7 Hugoton. 9 seconds into the fourth quarter. We'll bow out for 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
Football presented here tonight by Pokey Feeders Precision Ag and Seed Protect Spraying Service, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, also Richards Financial Services, Iron Insurance Partners, Roto Mix, Scott City Ice Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital. That drive for Scott City, they had to convert a 4th down along that and a couple of 3rd downs as well. They do get a 13-play drive out of it, 76 yards, 423, and they get the 26-yard pass play on 2nd and long. Aiden Trango 9 yards deep in the end zone. The extra point for K. John makes this a 10-7 ball game and a little life on to the Beaver sideline. Here's the approach and the kick, and end over kick by John. This will be returned at the 10-yard line, 15 up the middle, 20, 25. Here's the left side, 30-yard line, and out of bounds at about the 34-yard line goes Jorge Aguilera. But a nice return for Hugoton. With 11:44 to go, they'll have good field position with their lead trimmed to 3.
Well, we kicked it to him in the southwest corner of the football field, and we didn't tackle him till it was on the north side of the football field. He ran a long ways with that football. I think it was Bergner who finally got him knocked out of bounds.
So a return to the 33-yard line. Let's see what the Scott City defense can do. Trailing now 10-7. 11:44 to go, fourth quarter. Ball toward the left hash mark. 2 tight ends set. And their flex bone formation. Hernandez sends the man in motion. The heavy package to the right on 1st down. This is a play to the 35-yard line and a gain of about 2 for once again Cooper Nix on 1st down, setting up a 2nd down and 8.
That was Couchman who made that tackle. He was being blocked to the outside, and he evaded the tackler back to the east and then stepped in there and made that tackle.
2nd and 8 for Hugoton now at their own 35. Can Scott City get a 3-and-out here? This will be big.
Yes.
They trail 10-7. First minute of this fourth quarter. 2 tight ends, a heavy package. Flexbone set. Hernandez, he'll run a quarterback keeper to left side, and Scott City had him swallowed up, but he'll gain a couple more to the 37, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 coming up. Blaze Gossman, another tackle.
These are big plays, right? This is a big play right here. This is it. Now, he may go for it from here, 2 downs to get a 1st and 10, but we know for sure this one here is a big one. Could decide what's going to happen.
Hugoton 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. 3rd and 6, 37-yard line of Hugoton. 10.5 to go, 10-7 the Eagle lead. A runner receiver stacked to left side of the formation. Play fake for Hernandez. Looks left, now under press, and he loses a couple. Still, no, not the 3rd one. He's sacked inside the 30 at the 27-yard line, and he was brought down that time by Matthew Wheeler, and Hernandez is slow to get up.
That was Kate.
Oh, Kate John was also in there.
Yeah.
All the way back at the 28-yard line. That is a loss of 8. And there's your Scott City 3 and out.
And there's Mo swinging over to the Scott City side for sure. And that takes away the opportunity to go for it on 4th down. Hugoton's got to punt it. Last time we touched the ball as it was punted.
Bergner's deep to return, standing his own 39. Good snap. Not a whole lot of rushes. Is angled right side. So take a couple of bounces, and Bergner will pick it up at his own 38-yard line. Goes left side, gets a wall. 2 flags come out. He'll take it across midfield. But Scott City will still get the football with 9:34 to go, down 3.
Yeah, block in the back. Right back here where the ball was picked up on the bounce off the ground. No doubt about it.
There's 2 flags on the play. I know there's one back at their own 39.
So there's another one. So maybe there was 2 separate penalties.
But this will back Scott City inside there. I heard the PA guy say 2 flags, but I think that'll be Scott City's ball at their own 29-yard line.
I was going to say, I only see 1 flag.
Yeah.
They're backing us up.
Scott City will have the ball at their own 29-yard line, down 10-7, 9:34 remaining.
Oh, there were 2 penalties. And Fawcett just gave – one of them was declined, but this one was accepted.
I must have been over toward the Hugoton bench where we could not see.
Yeah.
Football presented by Scott County Records, Scott Pro, Security State Bank, Sharp Shooting Supply, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, and Trophies. On 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Beavers, down 3, 9:34 to go, 4th quarter. And now we have an official timeout here.
Now he's got – is he?
Oh, they got to switch footballs out, I think. Yep, got to get Scott City their football. Yep.
There you go.
So that's all right. We want to play with our own football.
That's how they do it. They just don't use a football. You got to play with your own.
29-yard line, 1st and 10, and 2 tight ends. Oh, that's just moving all across the board, and now it's 1st and 15.
Oh, my goodness, that's not a good start.
Just the 5th penalty of the night accepted for the Beavers for 35 yards, but now you have 15 yards to go. That's your own 24-yard line. Clock is stopped right now with 9:33 to go. 10-7 Hugoton lead. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, ball in the middle of the field. 24-yard line. Metzger swinging out left. It's behind Cashman. He'll make the grab at his 20. Stiff arm, 25, and gets forward across the 30.
Wow.
So he tiptoes the sideline and gains a dozen to the 36-yard line on 1st down, setting up a 2nd and short.
Couchman just amazes me. I thought he was going out of bounds. And you know what? Then he gains, an additional 8 yards?
Yes.
And then he dove with the ball because he knew he was going down.
36-yard line, clock stopped at 9:22, 2nd and 3 for Scott City. And more flags as Scott City gets a little too excited on the line, and a false start will make it a 2nd and 9.
Well, the Scott City offensive guys are pointing at the defense, but, they can move around over there. They don't have to, so you can't move with them. You got to know the snap count or look at the football.
2nd and 8, 31-yard line for the Beavers now. As they keep backing, going the wrong way. 2 steps forward and a step back. 4 receivers trips to the right, 1 to left. Metzger will send Couchman in motion from right to left with 6 to snap it. Now he's back in motion to the right. Rolling to his right is Metzger on 1st down. Fires it for Bergner, and it's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted that time. The Hugoton Eagle, that time we've called his name a lot tonight. was Jorge Aguilera second, or make that 3rd down and 8.
I don't know how he didn't catch the football. Man.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts left. It's a 3rd and 8 here.
Well, we've had 2 penalties to set us back, and anything's possible, though.
3rd and 8. Scott City is 3 of 9 on 3rd downs. They have it at their own 31-yard line as Wheeler empties the backfield to the right. Metzger with time, steps up, fires the seam, and it's too far in front of Caden Catchman. He had 2 steps on his defender across midfield, and Scott City 15 yards or 10 yards worth of penalties cost him, and it's a 3 and out. On 4th and 8. With 9:13 to go. They only took 11 seconds on that possession, but they need to get this snap here to John. He stands at his own 19-yard line. Hugoton could benefit from some good field position. Here's a good snap. Hugoton comes after. The kick is away. Angled in the middle, and it's going to be bouncing inside the 35, picked up by Adigan. Oh, he breaks through 1 tackle, sidesteps, now jukes, now goes back left, and across to the 30-yard line. He took about 4 yards there, and a good defensive stop that time by the Beavers. We have an official timeout here, and a false running into the kicker on Hugoton.
Oh, he called personal foul.
Oh, if that's personal foul, that's a 1st and 10 for Scott City.
I swear he did the arm thing first.
Let's see here.
I didn't even watch I knew they were coming for it.
Hold on here. It is K. John signaling it's going to be a 1st down. Personal foul roughing the kicker on Hugoton, and it's going to be a Beaver 1st down. Oh, my. They'll get it at the 46-yard line with exactly 9 minutes to go. And, folks, this possession for Scott City is now not over.
Well, both teams have shot themselves in the foot.
Yes.
And, boy, that one hurt Hugoton right
That's
there.
really the first lethal mistake that time tonight by Hugoton.
You know, they should have just let Scott City punt that and not come after it. You know, that was crazy what they did. They got the lead.
46-yard line, handoff, Wheeler up the middle, 45 midfield, 45, angles left, 40, 35, 30, and is inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. A 29-yard run for Wheeler puts Scott City on the plus side of the 50. He has 62 yards on 8 carries, and the Beavers take advantage of a Hugoton penalty.
There you go. 1 penalty. Big penalty. Sets up a team, and 1 big run. Man, this is you can't make this stuff up, Adam.
Yeah, Hugoton wants time. 8:46 to go. Scott City driving down 10-7. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is Beaver football.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City, text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedSpa.com.
Equal opportunity provider.
Scott City with the ball at the Hugoton 27, 1st and 10 out of the Eagle timeout. Matthew Wheeler, the carry right side, turns it upfield, 20-yard line, and is down to the 19, an 8-yard run on 1st down. And it's Autry Sullivan with the tackle, setting up a 2nd and a couple as we go to the 8.5-minute mark of the 4th quarter with the Beavers down 3.
Oh, my.
2nd and 2, Scott City quickly up to the football. Tight end left side, receiver right. Man in motion to left is Catchman. It'll be another Wheeler carry left side. He's going to be close to a 1st down. He's going to have it at the 16 for 4 more as 2 Eagles collide on the tackle. Abdil Bezos with the tackle, but they're into the Wheatland Electric red zone for the 3rd time tonight.
And the clock is running.
This will be play number 8 of this, make that 7 of this drive as they're at the 16 of Hugoton with under 8 to go, down 10-7. They'll send Cooper Irvin to the left, tight end Mickey Gossman to the right. Send Couchman in motion right to left, another Wheeler carry up the middle, has a little hole, spins forward and inside the 10 to the 9. He'll gain 7 on first down, and Scott City really starting to attack right into the heart of that Hugoton defense.
Oh, man, in the first quarter there, we couldn't get, seemed like, through the center. I don't know. I keep wondering if they won't just start blitzing their linebackers instead of waiting.
2nd and 3, 9-yard line, under 7.5 to go. Shotgun setup. Here's Wheeler left side. Oh, there's your blitz right there. He's still going, although say they'll mark him down right at the 9 for no gain. And why not keep giving it to Wheeler? He has 12 carries and 81 yards after that carry. 9th play of the drive coming up here on 3rd down.
Oh, this is a big down.
3rd and 3. 7 minutes to go, 10-7 Hugoton. The Beavers at the Scott City 9. This will be a Couchman carry left side, turns upfield inside the 10, 5, dives in, touchdown, Scott City. No flags, the Beavers with their first lead with 6:51 to go at 13-10.
If you looked at the scoreboard, you'd think it's 10-0. They got so many bulbs out up there, you can't read the score. I'm glad you got it right. Now, we need to make this extra point.
Yes.
So it gets they have to score a touchdown to beat us.
That was a 2-minute and 43-second drive for Scott City to take the lead. K. John to kick it. Extra point. The kick is up. And it is right down Broadway. 14 for the Beavers, 10 for the Eagles, 6:51 to go. Scott City to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football. Scott City with their first lead of the night, a 9-play, 71-yard, or 8-play, 71-yard drive that was aided by the roughing the kicker penalty on Hugoton, and it is now a lead of 14-10 Scott City. Caden Couchman with a nice 69-yard run, rushing yard performance and 11 carries, and that go-ahead score. K. John made the extra point. Whew, boy, the momentum is over on the Beaver side of this fourth quarter. And now they must go back out on defense. They've scored 2 touchdowns in 5 minutes here in this fourth quarter. And Hugoton trails for the first time tonight.
All right.
Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. You get Aguilera and also Adigan deep to return. This is squib kicked on the ground. It's going to be loose. It's a live ball. And Scott City may have fallen on it at the 32-yard line. And they did! Second straight week, Scott City has fallen on a live ball. This time it's marked at the Eagle 31-yard line.
That ball was kicked like that on purpose, and that ball never left the ground. I don't know how it didn't leave the ground, but it went all the way to that kid back to the 35-yard line, and he didn't get it picked up or fall on it, and it went by him. And Scott City's 4 guys over there on our kickoff team got there before the Hugoton Eagles could and got on it. Can you believe this?
Wow. Hugoton, yeah.
Go ahead.
Here we go. 31-yard line of Hugoton for Scott City, 1st and 10, trying to add to their 4-point lead. Handoff up the middle. This is going to be stuffed for a loss of a yard for Wheeler. It looked like the lead blocker for Scott City also ran into Wheeler as well. It's a loss of a yard to the 32, but 2nd down and 11 as the clock run under 6:40 to go, 14-10 Scott City.
Tell me the timeout situation.
2 timeouts for Hugoton, all 3 for Scott City.
Okay.
But the Beavers have put together a 4-minute drive and almost a 3-minute drive on their last 2 series with the Hugoton 3-and-out sandwiched in between. Beavers could, boy, if they could get a touchdown and run a couple minutes off the clock, they might be setting themselves up here for a big one. Tied in left side. They have 6 to snap it on 2nd and 11. Man of motion, play fake, and Scott City calls a false start, and now it's going to be 2nd and 16. You got to be patient here if you're the Beavers. They're a little too amped up right now.
Yes. Yeah, you got to be disciplined enough. Either look at the football if you forgot the snap, or get the snap right count in your head.
So the ball is back to the 37 of Hugoton. Clock runs, 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 14-10 Scott City. Tarango splits to the left. He has a 26-yard touchdown pass in this fourth quarter. Couchman in motion from right to left. It'll be a play fake on 2nd down. They'll go left and find Couchman. He'll make the catch down the left sideline. 20, 15, and still going. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 13-yard line. On a little comeback on the left side to Couchman. And out of the backfield for a gain of 24 and a Beaver 1st and 10.
What we had there was the receivers on the wide out receivers on the left side went downfield and cleared everybody out, and Couchman then comes out from the backfield and comes over here, and nobody's on him. Wide open.
Into the Wheatland Electric red zone with 5.5 to go. Scott City at the 13 of Hugoton up by 4. If they can make this a 2-score lead, this would be ginormous. Metzger with 13 to snap it. Survey sends a man in motion. A low snap. Here's Wheeler with a carry. Turns it upfield. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. Dragging 4 Eagles to the 4 on a gain of 9 on 1st down. Hugoton is wearing down up front, Tim.
Yeah, you said that about halftime. You said maybe they'll start to wear out. And in the third quarter, we started to see kids get up off the football field a little slower, which is an indication of, I'm getting beat on here. And I think you've got something going there with that thought.
It's 2nd and a yard just inside the 5 of Hugoton. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Scott City may call a timeout here. They just want to burn some clock here as well and get a good play here with a 14-10 lead. They have 10 to snap it as they break the huddle from the Eagle 4. 2nd and a yard. 5 to snap. Oh, a bad snap, and Metzger has to fall on it back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's been the name of the game, too. When you thought, yeah, we're here, we're going to score, we're at the 5-yard line, whatever. Yeah, right.
4 minutes to go. Ball will be at the 16-yard line. Scott City with a 4-point lead.
It's a great high school football game.
Yes.
By 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. And mistakes happen. You just have to overcome your mistakes.
3rd and 13. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wing to the right. Pistol setup. Back to passes Metzger. He's going to step up, pitch it late to Wheeler. He'll turn it upfield, and he will get nowhere at the 16-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 13, but all that does is run a lot of time off the clock with 3.5 to go.
Wheeler gets up a little gimpy. I don't know. What do you do?
It's a loss of a yard, actually. He has 88 yards on 15 carries. I think you run this under 3 minutes and burn a timeout to discuss things. That's what I think the coaching staff is going to do here. The ball is just outside the 17.
With a pass, you could get in trouble. Passes can be intercepted and pick-sixed. So that's you got to be really careful about where you're going to throw the football.
Yep, here's that timeout.
And if you'd run another sweep to the left, well, that might run 10 seconds off the clock, but still there'd be almost 2.5 minutes left.
Yep. Well, it's 2:52 to go, fourth quarter.
To get a 1st and 10, we have to score, don't we? Or?
Inside the 3-yard line.
Okay, inside the 3.
So it's about actually almost to the 2. It's 4th down, and they have 4th and 15 on the board at the 17, but I think it's more like 4th and about 14, maybe 14 and a half. K. John is warming up to attempt a field goal potentially.
Oh.
I don't know if Scott City will end up kicking it or not, but we'll see. It's been a long discussion on the Scott City sideline. It's kind of a tough spot from the right hash. They may feel like he has the leg to do it. It'd be a 35-yard field goal here.
Oh, they're taking the tee in there.
Yep. It is going to be a 35-yard field goal. Football presented here tonight by True North Cafe, True North Cattle Company, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, Western Kansas Insurance, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, Wilkins Physical Therapy, Winterland Farms. This will be a 30 4-yard field goal for K. John. His first night kicking extra points. Out of the hold of Aiden Tarango with 2:52 to go. Snap, high snap, placed down the kick. It's blocked. And now you've got it covered if you're Scott City, and Hugoton will take it at the 21-yard line.
That's okay. We attempted it and tried it. We didn't have many options.
Hugoton with 2 timeouts and 2:46 to go at their own 22-yard line, 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
Scott City leads 14-10 with 2:46 to go in a game. Wow, now the best thing Hugoton does is, at least in this game so far, has run the football.
All right.
And we'll see what they do.
They have 2 timeouts. They'll run a tight formation. They'll send a man in motion left to right on 1st and 10. Hernandez will play fake as he rolls to his right on 1st down. Out to the flats. It's too high for his intended receiver at about the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to, once again, Jorge Aguilera. 2nd down and 10. The clock stops. 2:42 to go.
That play was open. Ball was just overthrown just a little bit. If Aguilera would have caught that, he would have been off to the races. Now, I don't know if he could have outrun our kids to the other end of the field, but, man, it was open. And pressure was coming, but Hernandez got rid of it quickly.
2nd and 10, 23-yard line of Hugoton for the Eagles, down 4. 2:42 to go, 4th quarter. Receiver split left is Adigan. High snap. This will be a play left side, and bursting through 25 and to the 29-yard line goes Nix on 2nd down. Garcia on the tackle along with Bergner. Sets up a 3rd down and 3 with 2.5 to go, clock running. And Hugoton.
Well, you know, they're in the four down territory no matter what. Now, this is 3rd down, of course, but it's 4 down or game's over.
3rd and 3, 29-yard line, 2:18 to go. Hugoton with the ball at their own 29, down 4 to the Beavers. A 3-receiver set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Timeout for Scott City with 2:09 to go. They're down to 1. We'll take a 30-second break. Beavers up 4. 3rd and 4 for Hugoton when return in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football. We're down to 2:09 to go. A big 3rd and 4 for Hugoton at their own 29, down to Scott City by the count of 14-10. Ball on the left hash mark. They'll run their 2 tight end flex bone set. Hernandez, the quarterback, to take the shotgun snap as he sends a man in motion to the right. On 3rd and 4, handoff up the middle, and it's going to be close to a 1st down right at the 33-yard line. And it will be a chain mover, it looks like, right at the 33. But 2:03, the clock stops momentarily, but the Eagles will get a 1st down.
How about exciting football?
Yeah. Scott City has 1 timeout. Hugoton has 2. But the clock running at 1:50 to go here in this 4th quarter. Scott City just needs to get a stop here, leading by 4. 2 receivers set, 1 to both sides. The toss it, now it's going to be a halfback pass. Man downfield, and the pass is going to be caught at the 40-yard line, down to the 39-yard line.
I thought maybe our kids we had 2 defenders on it, and I thought surely one of our guys is going to.
That was Adigan with the catch.
Well, he's the best receiver.
On a 32-yard pass play, and now Hugoton at the Scott City 39 with 1:23 in a running clock, 4th quarter.
That halfback threw that ball.
Yes, that was Nix for 39 yards, or 32 yards through the air, their first completed pass of the night. 39 to Scott City, 1st and 10, a man in motion. Back to passes Hernandez as he rolls to his right. Fires it for the end zone. Pass is going to be overthrown and incomplete. That stops the clock with 64 seconds to go, 2nd down and 10.
Oh, my gosh, Adam. Cardiac kids. Don't leave, folks. This game is crazy. There's no way it'll be overtime.
No.
It's either we win or they win in regulation. It's because it's 14-10.
Brendan Cook in the game for Scott City as a corner on 2nd and 10 at the Scott City 39 for Hugoton. 64 fourth quarter seconds left. Hugoton with the ball down 14-10. They've moved it to the Scott City 39 from their own 23, a man in motion. Hernandez back to pass, steps way back in the pocket, goes for the wheel pattern. The pass is going to be underthrown, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, a flag is out! Oh, my goodness, inside the 15-yard line. Unbelievable. They jump ball, and it's an interference on Scott City, and Hugoton is going to have it 1st and 10 with 57 seconds to go.
From our angle, it didn't look like anybody did anything. Oh, and their guy has a cramp. Well.
This is on KSKL Scott City. We're at the top of the hour. Boy, that's a tough break for Scott City. It just looked like a jump ball, and didn't look like they're talking things over here. Longer this may go, let's see. Come on, wave it off, wave it off, wave it off. Nope, pass interference, Scott City. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with that call.
Well, from our angle.
And I tell you what, the Hugoton players look over at Scott City and start taunting him a little bit, saying that's a first down.
Oh, jeez. That's the last thing we need happening.
So a free 15 for Hugoton and a 1st and 10. Scott City coaches are clear out on the field. They're going to talk to White Hat Bobby Fossum. 8th penalty for 60 yards.
Is that 37 seconds?
Yes. But it's a 1st and 10 for Hugoton at the 24 of Scott City, as Bobby Fossum talks to Coach Jim Turner and assistant Michael McEachern. But the Beavers need to forget about it. You've got to play this down.
That's right.
4 downs. 14-10 Hugoton, trailing. 37.9 to go at the 24 of Scott City. Back to pass. Time under duress. Oh, he breaks through there. 20-yard line, 15-yard line, 10, 1st and goal at the 9. Goes Hernandez, and he goes out of bounds, more importantly, with 50.5 seconds to go. Oh, boy.
30 seconds. Did they call timeout?
No, he went out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
And it's a 1st and goal at the 9.
Well, in the first half, that didn't matter. Will he start the clock?
No, they won't. It went out of bounds.
I know, but the first quarter
they needed to.
Yeah.
1st and goal at the 9 for Hugoton. 14-10 Beavers, but Hugoton threatening. Hugoton has 2 timeouts. Hernandez back to pass. Steps up, now rolls to his left under duress. Throws it late. Pass is going to be incomplete. I don't know if it's 45 seconds or 25 seconds left. That clock is so impossible to tell. 2nd and goal at the 9.
Well, it does look like 45 now, Adam. Gee whiz. I mean, we can't be the only people that aren't sure of what the clock reads.
I think it's 45.
I think it is too.
That sounds about right.
They had way too many bulbs out in their scoreboard.
2nd and goal for the Eagles at the Scott City 9. It was a halfback pass that set up the scoring drive, and then a questionable pass interference against the Beavers. A man in motion. Hernandez plays fake, rolls to his right. Pump fakes, throws in the end zone, passes. Caught, dropped in the end zone. Oh, my. Scott City's burned about 7 lives tonight. There is a flag back at the 15-yard line. This is holding on Hugoton.
Oh, man, he was open. Adam, he was open. Our defender went up, Scott City kid, but he didn't touch the ball. And the Hugoton kid dove for it, and it hit him right in the chest and then bounced off his chest. But there was a holding, so it would have came back. I'm telling you, these two teams are just they are not mistake-free tonight. Let's put it that way.
So the ball will be at the 19-yard line. Hugoton's 7th penalty for 60 yards. 14-10 Scott City, 39.6 to go. The Beavers have 1 timeout. Hugoton has 2. Scott City just needs to get a stop here.
What, 2nd down?
2nd down and goal at the 19.
Okay.
Let's get 3 more stops here if you're the Beavers. Hernandez, they'll run a receiver bunch to the right side of the formation. From the middle of the field, 19 of Scott City. Hernandez surveys under duress, and he's going to he's sacked! He's sacked! Back at the 29-yard line. Wheeler brings him down for a 10-yard loss, and the clock continues to run. Now they call timeout with 30.9 to go.
Okay. That's a timeout.
All right, we're going to keep it right here. Clock stops, 30.9. Both teams down to one timeout, 14-10. Scott City hanging on. We're going to keep it right here. Hugoton led 7-0 at halftime. They scored on their opening drive on a Miguel Hernandez 4-yard run. Ornelas' PAT made it 7-0. And then he added a field goal with 4:23 to go third quarter, a 37-yarder to make it 10-0. Scott City scored on the first play of the fourth quarter, a 26-yard pass play from Drew Metzger to Aiden Tarango. K-John PAT 10-7. Beavers trailed. They would go back down the field, and Caden Couchman on 9-yard run would give Scott City the lead with 6:51 to go. The John PAT 14-10. The Beavers missed. They recovered an onside kick at the 32-yard line of Hugoton, but would miss it or get a blocked field goal. Hugoton with the ball, 3rd and goal at the Scott City 29-yard line.
What a game, Adam.
30 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Both teams down to a timeout. Interception and essentially ends this ball game. Two receivers set, one to both sides. Man in motion on 3rd and goal from the 29. Play fake under duress. Hernandez leaks out of the backfield. It's behind the intended receiver. The pressure there applied by Scott City, and Hugoton has 4th and the end zone to go.
Yeah, that was, who was that blitzed? Was that?
That looked like Couchman or Wiebe.
Oh, yeah, I think it was Wiebe. And so Hernandez is under pressure, and he throws the ball to a running back out there on the flat that's running upfield, and he's open, but because of the pressure, he threw it behind him, and the kid couldn't slow down enough to come back and get the ball.
This is 4th and the end zone here as Hugoton will talk things over. This is their final timeout.
They either score or the game's over.
They have not attempted a 4th down yet tonight. 26 seconds to go, yeah.
They've not attempted a 4th down play?
No.
Wow.
They missed a field goal and hit a field goal on 4th down.
Okay.
So this is 4th and 29 for Hugoton.
Well, what we don't want is a penalty. And let's hope the referees are all huddled up at the football. Maybe they're down there saying, okay, let's let the kids decide on the field.
We've talked about maybe a couple of tough calls tonight, but the officials have done a good job.
Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is.
And I know a couple of them personally, and, I'll give them kudos after the game, but not right now.
Oh, you.
4th and 29. 4th and goal, really. It's the ball game here. 25.9 to go. Scott City trying to hang on. Back to passes. Hernandez has time, sets up, goes for the end zone, and he's got a touchdown, 9.5 yards in the end zone. Adigan makes it, and it's 16-14 with 17 seconds to go.
Well, that was your basic Hail Mary.
Oh, the Hail Mary was answered for Hugoton.
Well, that kid was behind our guy, but, man, he was deep in the end zone. It looked like he had to even dive for the football.
That was Hernandez's only completion of the night.
I mean, he threw that ball, 50 yards? Jiminy Christmas.
And now Scott City needs to return the kickoff here with 17 seconds to go. Ornelas to kick the extra point. Unbelievable. The kick is good. 17-14 Hugoton, 17 seconds to go. Let's take a 30-second break. This is Beaver football.
Casualty Insurance Company.
From the 29-yard line and complete it about as deep in the end zone as you could to Adrian Adigan. The extra point was kicked in, and Hugoton goes on a 10-play drive. They only complete 2 passes on that drive. Those are the only pass completions of the night. Hernandez, 29-yard pass play to Adigan, who caught both passes, and Hugoton leads at 17-14, 17 seconds to go. Has Ornelas to kick it off from the 40-yard line, as Hugoton may have stolen one from Scott City after here we go. But now it's misplayed and picked up by Couchman at the 19-yard line, 20-yard line, and brought down to the 21. 12.9 to go and only 1 timeout for Scott City.
Well, oh my goodness, I'm not giving up yet. I mean, we could throw the football 50 yards downfield and somebody catch it and they fall down and we run in for a touchdown. Anything's possible. Tarango's out here all by himself. Nobody's covering. Well, here they bring Hernandez out here. Hernandez can't run with Tarango.
1st and 10, 29-yard line, or make that 23-yard line for the 22-yard line for the Beavers. 4 receivers set, 12.9 to go. It's pretty much a deep ball, and that's it. But they'll throw it deep here, and there's a man downfield. It's Bergen. Oh, he threw his hands and almost caught it at the 40-yard line of Hugoton. Stops the clock with 4.9, and Scott City has 79 yards or bust here. This is tough because you have Holcomb at home next week. And if you're Scott City, you cannot make 1 loss turn into 2 here if they drop this heartbreaker.
Well, the thing that I would like to see them do on this final play is what do you call that cherry pick thing? Where you throw it to one guy and he pitches it to the other guy going by. Because they're so far back that could work and start out.
Here we go. That'll be a final play of the ball game. Unless there's a defensive penalty, Metzger sacked, and that's it. Hugoton comes back and stuns Scott City. They snap a 12-game losing streak to the Beavers, 17-14 here. And what a wild game. And Scott City, for the first time since 2005, as the Cannon Fires loses a district opener, and Hugoton snaps a 13-game losing streak to Scott City. Hugoton 17, Scott City 14. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. This is Beaver football.
On the plains of western Kansas, where